What up? This is Rashid Davis, former Chicago Bear wide receiver. Yeah, that guy. And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but they don't know jack.
Hey, young world, what's good? It's your boy Bernard Berrien, aka B Twice. And when I go podcasting, I make sure to rock with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but they really don't know shit. Twice.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the podcast where we think we know everything, but we really don't know shit. But our guest today, he knows shit, and he knows how to knock the snot out of a motherfucker, too. But first, I'm going to bring in my all-star team. It's only a few of us tonight, so. First, my man that knows every single stat from every single team since the 80s and 90s, football and basketball, JB.
What up, T?
What up, Playboy? How you feel, man?
Man, feeling good, man. You know, back to school this week. The kiddos is in the building, so, you know.
Uh-oh.
My training camp.
Watch out for the COVIDs.
Yeah, my preseason is over.
Yeah, pretty much, man. You back in class.
Yeah.
Back to traffic for all of us. Man, this Chicago traffic fucking sucks.
It's been terrible the last few days. I was just like, man, what's going on? Is Obama
Right.
in town or something? Like
Everybody got a job now?
Right. Now everybody want to work.
COVID done helped everybody, right? All right, well, let me introduce the second part of our all-star team, X Factor. My man, AB.
Back to school. Prove
Yeah,
to dad
man.
you ain't no fool.
Right.
AB with the corny ass rhymes.
That's what I do. Adam Sandler, old school, man.
Hey,
You know,
I'll
Billy
allow it.
Madison.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention the new drink, Uncle Nearest. Uncle
Man, that's
Nearest.
not new.
But the new drink for me, I haven't been drinking this before.
You know that's
My-
the guy that co-created Jack Daniels.
Really?
Oh, okay. Oh, but I know it's a
He helped invent the recipe.
okay, that's cool and everything, but it's a black lady CEO, so I'm gonna support it. Uncle Nearest, get you some.
Yeah, definitely.
What's that, about 40 a brick?
Moore's, get you some. Yeah, word. Moore's
what
beer,
that
get
is.
you some. Get
I
you,
wish we
man.
could.
Yours is coming. I'm telling you, it's coming.
Someday.
But
I was at Cub Sox on Sunday and I didn't see you.
man,
You must have been lost
I
in the
had to-
crowd somewhere.
I had to go get a COVID test, man.
Oh,
I had to go get a COVID test. No, I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
you're lucky because that shit is not something to joke about, man. It's
No,
not
it's
fun.
not. It's not fun.
It is not a fun thing to have.
Not fun at all.
I had that Delta, and I thought I was never going to get out of my bed.
Yeah, you had that shit for like 3 weeks, dude.
Yeah, it was rough, man.
That shit was terrible.
Every time I kept thinking I was getting better, I'd be sweating it all out. I'm like, oh, here we go, you know. And then next day, nope, same shit. Different day.
Same shit.
It was not going away, man. It was fun.
Lingering on like a bad tax debt.
Yeah. Yes, sir, 100%.
So our guest, man, like I said, he will knock the snot out of a motherfucker, man. He was a beast when he played with the Bears, man. Nobody wanted to run in that direction.
He was a beast in high school. He was a beast in Florida.
College, I know he was.
He's
yeah.
just
I watched him in Florida quite a bit.
man.
Hell yeah. And the SEC, he was an SEC champ in 2008, wasn't
With Florida.
he? Yeah.
Starting strong.
Yep. You was gonna get hit if you try to go through there with Chris Conte, Major Harris, you gonna get your ass hit. But yeah, without any further ado, man, let's just bring him in here. Major Wright.
Hello,
All right now.
Big
Yo,
dog.
How are you, my
How
friend?
y'all doing?
Good. How you
What's
doing?
up, man?
Amazing,
Man,
bro.
what's
How y'all
good,
doing?
brother? Man, fabulous, man. What's
Hey,
going
man,
on with you?
everything, life, bro.
It's a
Living life,
beautiful
man.
thing, isn't it?
Just really understanding life and having fun, man.
Yeah,
Better than
that's the
that.
key.
Nothing
That's
better
what-
than that, sir. 100%.
That is the key, man. Well, real quick,
Yeah, how
these
y'all doing, man?
man, we
Great.
great.
We
Great.
We
love right
great.
now.
Better now. I got a little drink with me. I'm good.
Hey, so we might as well ask
Okay,
you real
okay.
quick. Do you follow the Bears at all still?
Bro,
Oh,
honestly,
man.
no.
Come on,
I
man.
don't even follow football. I don't even follow football
What?
that much, bro, to be honest.
No?
Really, you just
Is it one of
So
those things
so
like
I still watch my guys. I still watch my guys like, if Joe playing, the guys that I when play with I tune in, but it's not a must that I have to watch football.
so it's like one of those things where somebody works at a fast food restaurant for so long, and then when they leave the fast food restaurant, they don't want nothing to do with fast food. So you kind of don't want to have anything to do with football right now, then, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want anything to do with football, bro.
Hey.
Anything. And you know what? Like I
Nothing wrong
gave
with that.
football my all.
Yeah.
And a lot of people expected for me to jump right back into coaching or doing something. I wanted to do something totally different, than just something that I knew.
okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? I love to challenge myself, man. And honestly, my biggest challenge has been my transition from football to figuring out what's next best for me.
Nothing wrong with
Okay.
that.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
respect.
We all have our own
yeah,
journeys in life. You need to find yours, my friend. Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
That's just one
yeah.
chapter of the book closed, not the book.
Exactly, and that's why, like I say, like, oh, everybody, like, you should coach. University of Florida reaching out to me, a lot of people, my old high school reaching out to me, like, come coach. I'm just like, nah, I don't. If I give these kids something, it's gonna be something that's gonna be outside of football, because everybody coaching them football. I want to be that person that's able to give it to them because I know how hard it is, that transition is from football to figuring it out.
That's fair. Okay. Wow, surprising answer, but hey, you know what? Just like you said,
You know what? That's
you gotta
great
live your
because
life and do what you want to do, man.
absolutely, and a lot of our football players that we look up to, they don't all have the lavish lifestyle after they stop playing football. Some of them don't know what to do. So
That's a
maybe
fact.
that's a business venture so that you can help bridge those gaps and open those doors.
And that's what it is. It's really acknowledging yourself, like educating yourself on things that we was away from because we had everybody else doing it for us.
Right.
We had other people taking care of our money. We had other people paying our bills. We had other people, doing this and doing that. But the knowledge that we really need is what's going to help get us to continue to live life how we was when we was playing football. You know what I'm saying? Like getting that right knowledge to be able to continue to live how you want to live is very valuable. It's important.
Absolutely, man. That's wonderful, man. I gotta applaud you on that, brother, because a lot of people that's forward thinking.
That's admirable, man.
Man,
That's definitely.
Yeah, bro.
So we
Yeah.
definitely want to
So
talk about this.
that's why I'm not the okay. That's why I ain't the biggest, I can't tell you, I can't name 5 players on any roster right now.
Wow.
Wow.
On
Not
any
5?
all
You're taking this
32
interview
teams, bro.
into a completely different area
Right.
than what you were planning, man. This is going left real quick. I love it though. This is great. So
Yeah, man, because like it's something, man. It's something that like I had fun with it, bro, and I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? And here and there, I do give coaching points to kids or whatever, but that's not where I want to come from. I want to come from a place where I could help them do things outside of football.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this book that you had out, it came out last November, correct?
It came out last July.
Oh, July. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So for those that want to pick this book up, what exactly is this book about?
So my book is about obstacles I face on and off the field. So I tell my story from 8 years old when I first picked up the game of football, how I got introduced to it, who introduced it to me, and how it went, like, and how I became the person I became. A lot of people don't understand, like, why I started hitting so hard.
Why did you hit so hard?
So I'm gonna give y'all this little, this little nugget that's in the book.
Get a teaser. Okay, here we go.
So my first year ever trying out football, right? I'm 8 years old. I'm playing at Western Tigers in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I got introduced to the game by my homeboy. His name was Jay Black. His real name was Jeff, but we called him Jay Black in the neighborhood. So he was already playing football, and he was pretty good at it. He played running back and linebacker. He was the man. Basically, everybody in the neighborhood knew who Jay Black was, So he kind of kept plugging it in my ear, bro. You should try football, man. You'll be good at it. Woo. Man, listen, every Saturday, man, I'm scoring touchdowns. Everybody cheering my name. I'm like, what? What? That's what you out there doing? Okay. I'm like, okay. Man, I told my mama, hey, Mom, I want to play football. I went and told her, she like, nah, I don't think football, But then Jay Black went and convinced my mama, hey, I think you should play. So got me to get out there, man. And first day we put on pads. I remember it like it's yesterday. So we did this drill called hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
And hamburger is when two players, you have a runner and a tackler, both of them land on their backs, and their helmets facing each other. Both our heads facing each other, right? Yeah, and you like 5 yards. You like five yards apart, and whichever way the coach tell you to go, that's which way you got to go. So the coach blow the whistle, beep. The person, you got to get up on your back get off your back as quick as possible. You want to try to beat that other person up. So coach put me up against one of their best guys, and this is my first year playing. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll go. I went. So I mess around, and I'm the runner. The coach blow the whistle. I jump up as fast as I can. And he been up. He been waiting on me. You know what I'm saying?
He's up checking his watch.
So
he like, come get it, young fella.
Yeah. So I take off running full speed. Wow. Trying to get to the cone. Man, this dude hit me so hard, bro. He knocked the wind out of me, bro. Knocked my helmet off, bro. And had me crying. I couldn't catch my breath, like, out of it. So I get in the car with my mama. I tell her, Mom, football ain't for me. This ain't it.
Right.
if they gonna be hitting me like this
every day, man. Yeah.
If they gonna be hitting me like this, I don't want no parts of this. And this the part that Jay Black didn't tell me about.
Right.
So now I got a personal beef with Jay Black. So I tell my mom, I say, Mom, yeah, football and this I think this is it. Like I don't think football for me. So she like, son, what you mean? I'm like, hey, Mom, this dude hit me so hard, So she like, you ain't finna waste my money. You better go out there and get him back.
Get your lick back.
Get out there.
You better go get him back. So I'm terrified of this dude, man. Like, I'm petrified of this dude. This dude literally just took my soul. And my mama gonna tell me, she gonna tell me to go get him back. Listen, next day we got out there with them pads on, right? This is exactly what I did. I counted the men who was in front of me, and I counted the men who was in the next line. I'm like, hey, I am not going to get so.
Wow. Crazy.
I am am not going against him. You know what I'm saying? I made sure I did not go against old boy no more.
That is
So
hilarious.
ever since then, I had changed, you know, got into running back and started linebacker, and I really wanted to do more hitting than I did, you know, than taking that hit.
Oh, that'll make you change. Shoot.
Yeah, definitely.
Changed my life.
That'll definitely
You
make
did everything to avoid that.
Boy, listen, I avoided that boy like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that nigga is a 4th one. I am not. Nah, I'm straight. Hey, listen,
You didn't even
I
like
messed around
come
to be the
back.
4th one. Hey, I messed around to be the same number as him. I switch it on the nigga. Hey, bro, you want to get in front of me?
Bend down and tie your cleats back
I'm
up.
bending down, tying my shoe. Man, I'm taking my thigh pad out. Man, I'm taking my ear pad out. Hey, coach, I can't go.
I can't go. I'm done.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Like at the end of the season or anything, like you didn't go, all right, I got to get one more crack at this guy. Like,
no,
you just said hell no.
Absolutely not. I stayed clear from
So
him.
the question
Got
is,
his phone number? Like,
I was gonna say the question
Oh
is,
my
he was your
God.
teammate. No, he was your
you didn't
teammate.
like it.
Yeah, he
find
was
him
my
later?
teammate, but we had to practice, and I had to practice against him. And I wasn't even a starter. I was a backup, bro. Like I didn't touch the field much at all. Like I didn't know much about football at all at that time. So this really struck fear in me, bro. Like I really did not like. I almost really turned football around. Like, nah, I'm straight.
Wow.
Who would have thought that?
That's
I would've
hilarious,
back at him
man.
later
That
or
is an
something.
awesome
Like,
story, though.
that is crazy good.
That is an awesome story.
Yeah, that's a good story, man.
That's a great
It
story.
is. It is. That would make me want to go read the book because there's probably more stories
I ain't
like
gonna
that
lie.
in there.
I've been looking for old boy. I couldn't find
That's
him
what
nowhere,
I'm
boy.
saying. That's what I thought. Like,
Ooh, I'm talking about
get
I'm
on
talking
the
about as I
line
got
with that
older.
boy.
As you got older, yeah.
Hey, as I got older, I went to looking for him. Boy, where you at? Boy, I gotta see you now. Boy, I got something
One
for
more
you.
crack.
Looking for him for what?
He want one
Why
more
was you
crack.
looking for him now?
That's one more crack at him.
No, I was looking for him when I was in, my high school days. Like, I gotta get this back now. I gotta see you now.
Then you wanted to get him back.
Yeah. I gotta get you back, bro. Now I'm in this stage where I know what I got.
Right.
I know I can knock your ass out now.
Ooh, boy,
Hey,
I could do some
hurt
damage to you, boy.
Look, you at St. Thomas telling coach, hey, find this school bro at.
Hey, can y'all please? Hey,
Schedule that.
y'all see this boy? Can y'all please let him know I'm looking for him?
You better have the med cart ready for his ass when I get him. I'm telling you. So man.
What made you want to write a book?
Yeah, that was
So man, I've never been a great writer, bro. I've never been a great reader, bro. And for me to just jump out there and write a book, bro, and not just even write a book, bro. I got my own publishing company as well.
Oh, that's
You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm in the process
You
of
keep
helping
all that money.
bro. I want to be able to help people write their books, get their stories out, because I know how important and valuable it is that somebody else's story can save somebody. You know what I'm saying?
There it is. Yes.
So for
that
me, my ex-girlfriend Laisha, she actually from Chicago, and we was on the phone chopping it up one night and having a very impactful conversation, And in the midst of our conversation, she was just like, Major, I think you should write a book. And at the time, I was reading the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. And in his book, he mentioned if you want to do something, act on it now. If not, it'll never happen. So
Gotcha.
I just was like, you know what? I think I should write a book. I don't know what's next, but I think I should write a book. So, man, I wrote, man, I got off the phone with her. It was like 1 a.m. I was very intentional about this. I grabbed a notepad and a pen. I went up in my bed and started like naming chapters, names that I wanted to have in my book.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way. That's a nugget. That's a great way to start your book. Yeah. The things you want to talk about, the topics you want to talk about, start those out, and then you're able to, get everything you want to talk about in those chapters. You know what I'm saying? So I got up there and did it that way, man. And the next day, woke up when it worked out, came back home and just started writing, bro. I wrote like 4 pages the first day, next day 6, next day 12, and it just went running from there.
Oh, so it just started flowing after that.
Yep. And it changed a lot. It changed a lot because I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. I didn't know the message I really wanted to get out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go pick it up now because, man,
yeah, I'm excited, man.
I didn't even know until recently doing research on it that you even had a book, but I'm definitely gonna go grab that thing now. I saw it on Amazon.
Bro, I got a book. We're gonna
I
try to
got
put
mine
together
right here.
Oh,
a little mini documentary, bro. Like I'm gonna try to do things that I've never done or I even imagine, bro. Like I'm trying to take it to a whole nother notch, man, a whole nother level when it comes to, this industry. I want to be able to use that same energy I had towards football and apply it towards business.
With that drive, you're gonna succeed for sure.
You're definitely going to, man. 100%.
Definitely. Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
So do you still talk to some of the guys from the Bears?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm still in contact with Lance Briggs.
Oh, yeah?
Peanut.
JP.
Tim
Them
Dennis,
boys.
Brian Urlacher.
There you go.
Brian, what's so crazy is Brian still texts me still today, and I still text him. We still communicate like.
Really?
Yeah. Nick Roach.
Oh, man. Okay.
Pep, I was in contact with Pep. We had exchanged contacts, but that ain't that much. That's not frequent. Devin Hester, that's my boy. That's my dog.
Yeah,
like,
I love him.
Okay.
I go stay at his house when I go to Orlando. So me and him real close. We real close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who else? I'm trying to see who on offense. Eric Weems, we still communicate.
Okay.
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon
Marshall. Yeah, them guys, man. We still communicate, especially social media. Still keep us being able to check in on each other here and there, and chop it up.
Yeah. That's dope, man.
It is, and that's that family, that's that love that keeps going. Like you said, even after football, these are still your guys.
We're just camaraderie.
Yes.
One thing I do miss about the game of football is that locker room we had in Chicago. It has never been another locker room. Well, I'm lying because college, my locker room was crunk too. But when I got in the pros, there was nothing like that.
So let me, if you don't mind, let me segue into a little ball. When you got there, how was that experience? I mean, I know you had Lovie Smith and everything, but how was that experience coming from Florida? Because you came from a Hall of Fame coach in a Hall of Fame program to one of the most storied programs in NFL history. How did that affect you? Because clearly, coming from Florida, that was new for you.
It was first off crazy just getting drafted by Chicago. It was amazing. Like, Chicago accepted me. I loved everything about it. But one thing I can tell you that I didn't like about it was that weather. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Hey, look, we don't like it.
Right.
No,
and we live
anybody that likes it, man.
Bro, I'm from Chicago. I'm from Florida. Never stayed outside of Florida. And the first place I go is Chicago.
You've never even seen snow, have you?
Never seen snow.
Oh, man.
Bro, it was brutal.
That's brutal.
Yes, you got a rude awakening.
What? Bro, driving on that snow. Oh my God. It's crazy, bro. Like, I got stories after stories on how I'm trying to drive in the snow. Man, my car doing donuts in the road, man. Oh man, like,
yeah, that's on the job training right there. You can't learn that. They
you
can't warn
cannot
you
learn
about
that.
No.
No. No, you is not learning that.
Wow. So then, how was did the when you went to Tampa Bay from the Bears and Lovie Smith was already over there? Did that make the transition playing for the Bucks? Did that make it easier for you, being that he was there already?
it
Yeah.
made it it made it so much easier for me, and that's why I went to Tampa. The only reason why I went because I knew the defensive scheme, I know the coaches, you know what I'm saying. So it it puts the other players behind the eight ball.
Hmm.
So we had Deshaun Ghost in there, bro. We had Mark Barron in
Yeah,
there. You know what I'm
it was a
saying?
good
We had
team.
some safeties there, but they was already behind the eight ball because of the defensive scheme. So
Okay.
I had already knew. I know, and I thrive in this defense. So I know, like it is no ifs ands and buts about it. I'm gonna come there to Tampa, and eventually they got to give me this spot.
Right.
Did they have you play free safety when you went to Tampa?
So I played both. I
You
played
did.
I played
Okay.
a little bit of
Okay.
both.
Because
Like it
I
wasn't
thought I
and
remember
that and
seeing you at a free safety, and I was like, why is he there? He doesn't need to be
yeah,
there.
I since I knew the defense so well, I could play either side. We just, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't
Yeah.
really even matter. Like,
Right. And sometimes Mark Barron used to come down at the
Yep.
linebacker position.
well, 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 cause
He was a
Mark,
hitter too.
yeah. Well, they just Mark didn't stay that much longer when I got there.
Right. As a matter of fact, it was like one season.
It wasn't even the full. I don't even think it was a full season.
Oh, he left right like after trade deadline.
Yeah, it was something like that where they traded him. You know what I'm saying? And then went like that.
Because if I'm
But
not mistaken, he came from the. Did he come from St. Louis?
he went to St. Louis.
Okay, he went to the Rams. Okay.
Yeah, I think Mark went to the Rams. I'm not a don't listen. Don't let me. I don't know where he went. I think he went to the Rams, but yeah, me. I already knew. Like I already knew what I had in my mind. Like I already know. Once I'm in this defense, I had already knew it so well to where it's like it made sense for me to go in and plug right in
Mm-hmm.
And
and be able to coach and help the team out.
Right, because you already knew
Because
it.
we was going into a younger team, man, and the locker room was totally different than Chicago.
Right.
oh yeah, I know. And you were right about Mark Barron. He did go. He did go to the Rams.
To the Rams. Okay.
To the Rams, yeah, okay.
Yep.
So Major, let me ask you this: because of that transition, you said Lovey made it easy. How influential was Gil Bird to that? Because you had Gil
Gil,
Bird in Chicago
Gilbert was
and in
very
Tampa.
he was very influential to me, and I still talk to Coach Gilbert. Like I looked at him as a father
Okay.
figure, not just a coach. You know, the coach stuff was cool, but man, he helped me through so much, and he helped me develop and grow as a person outside of football, bro. It's special, you know what I'm saying? And you don't get too many coaches that still communicate with you still to today after playing 5 years, well, after 6 or 7 years being removed from that sport or from their
Mm-hmm.
lives. You just don't get that, you know what I'm saying? So he played a huge part, man. And he did an amazing job with me, coaching me and teaching me the scheme and how I can pick it up a lot faster. It's crazy.
Yeah, to me, that's a Hall of Famer right there, dropping all that knowledge to y'all, and you can see it in your play. Definitely.
For a fact. For a fact. That's a fact.
So, Major, who was your favorite teammate that you ever had from high school, college, pros? Number one teammate you ever had?
I would say Joe Hayden.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
in college.
Yeah.
Because we kind of grew together. Like we came in as young boys and we did 3 years and left the University of Florida together. You know what I'm saying? And we actually stayed together. That was my roommate off campus. You know what I'm saying? So we built something that's a brotherhood. Like that's like my real brother. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good.
Like his mama, his daddy's birthday was just yesterday. That has been my strongest relationship. But I mean, I'm cool with everybody. Like I'm one of the most friendliest guys y'all probably be meeting. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to be able to communicate with people and just interact with people. You know what I'm saying? That's my personality. So, but Joe is definitely my favorite teammate.
Was there one player that you went up against that you're like, oh my God, I got to go up against this guy? Like, who was the number one guy you got up for? And you can't say your old high school teammate either. You got to pick somebody else.
So one guy that I wanted to go against,
Or that you did go against.
I say Marshawn Lynch.
Okay.
You know, being that I'm a safety, you know, I'm a hitter. So
That's a big
Marshawn
name.
Lynch, AB. If we
Okay.
want to go to wide receivers,
Yeah.
And
AB
I'm
lit us
glad
up.
you said that because that was one of my favorite games when you all put up a 40 piece. You had a pick six, Pep had a pick six. AB went off, but then
You
he
guys
tried
are
to get a little
filthy.
testy at the end, and you patted him on the head. Nah, young fella, you don't want none of this.
He ain't want no smoke. He ain't want no smoke. Hey,
Doing nothing.
nah, that season there. I mean that game. I got off that game. And I got defensive player of
Yes,
the game. That game. I
man,
snapped that game.
you
Ooh.
did. It was laying all. You popped Jericho Cotry on the sideline.
Yeah,
You
I had a
stumbled.
forced
You didn't
fumble.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got off that game, boy. Yeah, I remember that game. Ooh,
Yeah, that was one of my favorite games from you. That was the 2-1 major.
ooh. Hey, once I switched my number over to
You got your
from
number back.
27 to 21, it was a whole nother, like a whole switch. I got that energy. It was,
And then you had back-to-back crazy. You had like 70 tackles one year, 100 the next. Like you was
next.
on. You was charged.
Bro, I'm so disappointed with Chicago because they didn't want to re-sign me.
You know what? We
You
all
weren't the only
sometimes
one.
we hear things in the media and it was like salary or whatever. We know the BS when we hear it because it's like, how do you come off of 100 tackle season and they don't want to?
Bro, I led the team in tackles, bro. I honestly, I was the most productive defensive player that year because Pep got hurt,
Right.
Breeze got hurt, like the whole defense went kind of down. You know what I'm saying? And I was the that's why I had 100 tackles because
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But for them to not like want to sign me hurt me like that. It cut me because. Yeah, I just knew I was gonna make Chicago home another 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no ifs, ands, and buts about it because I know I've been productive.
Absolutely. And that's
We all
crazy.
blame
They
Mark
didn't offer
Trestman.
you.
I
They
mean,
let Lovey ride. Like, what are they thinking?
Yeah,
blame
that
Mark
was
Trestman.
crazy.
That's
You know
what I'm
what?
saying. I blame Mark Trestman on that.
My third year, right? And that's the year I had my best year, right?
With the interceptions, I think you had like 4 or 5 picks too,
I
right?
had four. Yeah, I had 4 interceptions. Two to the crib. Well,
To
one
the
to the
crib.
crib. Well, yeah. So that year they fired Levy we was already in contract negotiation.
Okay.
By year 3, they had already sent over a new contract, and my agent was like, "Nah, we're not gonna take that. We're gonna shoot for the stars, but we're gonna aim for the moon." You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
There you go.
So
Right.
what they came back with us with, we was like, we straight. Nah, I'm a little worth way more than what y'all offering. So we're gonna wait.
Definitely. You were.
Man, they fired Coach Lovey that
Guys
year.
had a 10-win season that year too.
10-win
6, yeah.
season.
And you didn't go to the playoffs because of some stupid ass. I don't even want to get into that.
Was that point thing?
Yeah,
I
let's
think it
not
was
get
something
into that.
stupid. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous. And then there was some other team that got in with like a worse record than they did. I wanted to
Right, because they won their division.
Yeah, I wanted to fucking riot.
Bro,
I think that's the stupidest thing in the NFL.
And then, Major, I got to give you some props too because around here, we keep it real. Then you had to play for Mel Tucker coming in.
Bro, I played for Mel Tucker, bro.
Look, he at my school right now, and I'm kind of mad.
and he's strictly offensive minded. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't the same. You know, the energy it wasn't there. He tried to get it there, but nah, like it just wasn't
Marinelli had you boys doing everything. Like y'all was
everything.
on point.
Weird stuff. What's going on over with you?
That's what I'm
Uh-oh.
trying to figure out. We got
Got some rolling blackouts going on in Florida. You better watch it.
Y'all safe down there, right?
That hurricane isn't coming over to Florida, is it?
Nah, it ain't. It ain't coming.
Okay, because I was about to say that was more towards Louisiana, I thought.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah. Nah, it ain't. It ain't. It's good. I think the light switch probably done.
That's a ghost of George Hallis saying that we shouldn't have got rid of your ass. That's what it was.
Hey,
He's saying,
bro, they definitely shouldn't have got rid of me, bro. That was wild, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt, bro. I wanted to honestly, when I played against Chicago, bro, I wanted to take everybody out, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wanted to go I wanted to go dummy that game, man.
I wanted to hurt him.
and then like they're crazy because you were even, I know that was your rookie year, but you were even productive in the NFC Championship game where Cutler got hurt and stuff like.
Oh, for a fact, I got busy, bro. I was
So it
busy.
was like,
I was active.
This was a no-brainer. This was a no-brainer.
Chicago, bro. Yeah.
We was hurting for you. We was hurting for you.
What else production they wanted, but you know.
Well, that's why I said, you know how when we talk about like the nuances of the game, we very seldom talk about the nuances of behind the scenes. Yeah. And with them bringing in Trestman, you know, he thinking this way, that way. You know, they want to be the smartest guy in the room. Hey, I don't care about none of that. Throw the measurables out the window. Does this guy perform? Does he produce? And you produce. That's it for me. Yeah. And it should be that simple because when you start doing all that chalkboard shit, you mess up.
Yep. Each year I got better.
Yeah, each year.
Every year, bro.
And let's keep it real. Not only could you lay it out, because then you have some people, and I said this, I had an argument about Tony Parrish. I was like, man, if y'all really think about it, Tony Parrish was not just a hitter. Tony Parrish would pick that ball too. And you was like the same way. It was like, man, all Major do is hit. I'm like, man, no. You know why he don't have as many interceptions? Because they won't throw it to him.
Nah, yeah. People in that scared, bro.
Yeah, like in that scheme at that strong safety, that's not really your role, though, is it?
Not.
Nah.
No.
And a lot of people
like,
don't understand. They don't understand that. Like the scheme, that puts you in position to, you know, hit, pick, whatever. You know,
there you go.
Go in the box, sit in the box, stop the run. You know, that kind of stuff. You got that roaming safety in the back on that cover 3, so he can pick the ball. You're knocking motherfuckers out up front. That's what people need to understand about that defense.
Yeah, you got to learn we got to stop the run first before we can stop the pass.
Absolutely.
And I'll say this because a lot of people give Conti a lot of hat too. You all were hitting a lot of people, and it didn't matter who it was. It was a lot of tight ends that I saw y'all picking up the pieces from. Like they ain't want no more parts of that.
They be killing Conti, man, bro. They do not like Conti in Chicago.
But he wasn't bad. He was off the screen sometimes, but he wasn't bad.
I mean,
and that's what I say too.
Conti
wasn't that bad. Like he's a hustler. One thing he gonna go out there and do. You gonna make sure you gonna get his 110% from Conti.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna stop hustling, and that's one thing that he has big heart. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to hustling, you can't coach a player to hustle.
Right, that's inside.
You can coach him to go pick the ball. You can coach him, but you know, and a lot of people they killed them. They, you know, hey, man, they made my dog delete his Twitter.
He got off social media.
Yeah, they were going at him.
Man, one game, and Chicago fans don't play. They do not play.
But he had a pick in that Pittsburgh game right along with you, and almost had another one. If I remember, Roethlisberger, he had a bad game. Y'all was in that boy's head.
Chicago people wasn't trying to hear none of that. Chris was already a bad dude in their mind. He was already off in their mind. Like, it's, bro, I'm telling you, they made Chris delete his Twitter, bro. That's how bad they got after him.
I remember that. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, but
The
he
thing with
wasn't bad,
Chicago
man.
people is
He was pretty.
And then again, like you said, it's scheme. The production was scheme based. And now I will say this. Peanut revolutionized taking the ball away, so that did help a lot of what y'all was doing.
Boy,
But
he
that
was
coverage,
a bad
like y'all
dude.
been don't like you all consistently either beat or put the Packers on notice. Like there was no reason for that not to continue. No reason.
At least just give us another 2 years with Lovey. Give me another 2 years with Lovey. My contract, I know I'm gonna get a contract extension. I know I'm in Chicago another 3-4 years, like throwing it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, it's crazy.
So we have someone in the chat asking, how does it feel? How does he feel about the legal hit zone effects with the secondary covering with the new style tight ends? Which I don't know if you really know a lot about the new style tight ends.
I guess the rule change in hitting, is that what he?
I mean,
So,
essentially,
I think that's what it is. But Alan, let me say this real quick.
Okay.
Actually, Major played against that new coming of the new tight end, Vernon Davis.
He
When
was
y'all
kind
played
of
against Cap and them.
the precipice of that, yeah.
Right.
I guess,
Right.
He was
Because
a
y'all
bad
gave
boy.
Cap fits too. That when y'all played them. Matter of fact, it came to like a late throw or something. I think y'all almost tied it up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That is
So
true.
that Vernon Davis was like the start of that new hybrid 4-3 running tight end.
That big old boy running at you.
Fact. The rule change. I mean, obviously, I couldn't play in this era at all, like at all, because I made a name off of hitting.
You give half your paycheck to Goodell.
You wouldn't have anything left, man.
Man, I'm playing for free out there, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here telling these people, hey, y'all, I'm out here just playing for free, man. Y'all got this check.
Dang.
But yeah, I definitely couldn't have played in this era. I mean, I think it's good. I mean, for safety reasons, but when you playing a game of football, it's hard. It's so hard to try to adjust. When I'm trying to, if I already done found my target area where I'm hitting you at, and I already done hit lunge, I got like a button in me where I hit lunge, and once it's lunge, you can't take it back.
That's it. Right.
There's no, hey, no, I'm going.
So if I see you coming and I say, oh shit, and lower my pad level, that's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
Which is what
that's why I say the rule is flawed. But then again,
it's made
most of what I hear is you hit me up here. Don't hit me in my legs. Don't take my legs out. Hit me. I want you to hit me up here. That's what a lot of players say because hey, I can get up from a concussion, small little headache. I can't get up from no torn ACL.
No,
absolutely not. It's a rule that needs to go away. And
it does.
I understand player safety. Everybody, we got to keep these guys upright. I get that, but there comes a point in time where you know what you signed up for, right, Major? And you know exactly what you got yourself into whenever you joined this league. And these old
and you've been doing it way before you got to the league.
Doing it since you were 8 or 9 or 10. Like, you know what it is. So why are you so shocked and surprised whenever you get to that level and you're getting hit that much, that hard? Things are going to happen. That's why you get that money.
There you go.
I mean,
and then and then Major, if I may, I look at it like it's an art form because everybody can't hit like that. Everybody can't target, and just because you could hurt yourself too. People don't understand that.
Bro, I had mastered like tackling, and when I tell you mastered tackling, open field. If I catch you on the sideline, I know how to hit you. if I catch you up running up the middle of the field, how to tackle you, bro. Like I had mastered it. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
you agree it was your art.
for a fact. For a fact.
Yeah. So I mean, like, was there a lot of, like, I would say, like, tackling drills and like stuff that you guys did in like practice, so you could kind of be ready, like how to tackle correctly, you know, or was it just a lot of walkthrough stuff?
Nah. So I mean, in college, well, we had a bad tackling game. Oh, that week in practice, y'all might as well buckle up.
Okay.
We finna get it in. We finna get it in.
Yep.
We're gonna get it in. In the league too, it kind of got like that a little bit, but it wasn't as much. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely practice it though. It's
So
something that you do got to
your
practice.
year was like the last year they really were hitting in practice, right? Like that
in the
2010,
pros,
2012?
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because I remember some genius in the CBA wrote in it that you all can't hit no more in practice.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, I don't understand, Major. Like, how exactly do you prep for an NFL season when you can't hit? You know, you're not able to do two-a-days anymore. You're not able to do these things that all these other old school players say that really prep you for the season. That's why you see a lot of these injuries now, I think, at least. I mean, what do you think about that?
Please.
I mean, I kind of feel the same way too, but I do feel too much can do damage as well. Too much of anything can do damage. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think back in the day they were damn sure overdoing it.
Yeah.
Three practices. You know what I'm saying? Where I think at least once a week we need to get it in. We got to be able to get it in. You know what I'm saying? So we can see where we at. You know, that's the only way you really find out in football is where you at. Is really when you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You really got to buckle up. Hey, this live inside drill. This live.
Yeah.
These linemen, they gotta be able to put their hands on. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be something physical especially for these linemen.
I even saw Tom Brady come out a few weeks ago and say that he needed to get hit again, so he remembered what it's like to get hit.
I saw that
too.
And that's the GOAT telling you that. If you're not going to hear it from him, I don't know who you're going to hear it from.
And Tom Brady hates getting hit.
Yeah,
all quarterbacks do,
but
that's very telling because on the defensive side of the ball, you can't practice what you're actually paid to do the most, which is hit.
100%, which makes
that's just so absurd to me, man. Like that's just backwards, bro. That's backwards.
So I had another question. I wasn't 100% sure. I know that your last year was 2013 with the Bears. Do you remember a young Sean Desai? He was the quality control coach. He's now our defensive coordinator. I didn't know if you had any relationship with him.
He's like Indian.
Yes.
I remember him.
So
he's the DC now.
You got
he's the defensive coordinator now?
Yeah, yep. He just got bumped up this year. You didn't
I didn't know that.
You really don't follow football anymore, man.
Hey, he told you
you were lying when he said that. You're
bro,
like,
I'm not playing about that, bro.
No, yeah. So I just kind of wanted to ask you, like, what your thoughts of him were, what you remember about him, really. I mean, he was just a quality control guy.
He was young, so
he was probably like 30 whenever that, I think.
Yeah, but I'm saying like when it came to that coaching aspect, he was young in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really get to know much about how. I mean, he was around, but I can't say.
He was just kind of like a guy. Yeah.
But in that quality control position, you probably wouldn't have much football like planning and talk with him in that position.
Yeah, but I talk to everybody, so I'm sure we damn sure we
Pass
Oh, y'all definitely probably
conversation.
chopped it up.
For a fact.
They say he been around. What was it, Alan? Even with what's our guy name that just came in with him the same year?
With who? Sean?
God
We just talked to
damn
him.
it.
You talking about Chris Harris?
Chris Harris came in at the same time.
Chris. Hey, y'all. Hey, Chris is another
He was
big
great.
reason to my success, bro.
He was great.
Oh, he was so smart on the field, bro. When I tell y'all, Chris Harris is like a genius when it comes on the field. Like he knows his stuff. Like he taught me how to study the game. He taught me how to start aligning and stuff. Like
yeah. You know that he's the defensive backs coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
didn't know if you knew that or not.
Nah. I know that. Now, listen, I'm tuned into what's happening to the people I know personally.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remind me a lot of him in a lot of ways. The way that you both played, it's kind of the same kind of thing for me. You know, you guys could lay the wood.
That's my dog.
You guys were smart.
So I texted him today. We text today.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Oh man.
Chris,
yeah. Chris made the game so much easier for me, y'all. He's in my book.
I bet.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Can't wait.
Oh, for a fact.
Hey, did you know he was on the pod? Was it last week or a couple weeks?
Yeah. He told me he was on y'all podcast last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great interview with that guy. Love that guy. Love his mind, Major. Like his mind is just
bro. Chris.
He's going to be a D coordinator one day. He is.
Oh, for 100%. A fact. He's a bro. I'm telling you, he's a genius when it comes to football.
Yeah, he said he picked it up his senior year. That's like some savant type shit, you know?
Yeah.
So bro, that's one guy coaching is meant for him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah,
so we had another question in the chat asking if you ever felt bad about laying the proper wood down on another player because of injuries. I'm going to say that you're going to say hell no.
No,
because you should have no fear on the field, period.
Bro, when we get on the field, y'all would think I'm a totally different person, bro. Y'all would say that's not nature.
No,
everybody got to die.
Bro, my mama,
you have to have that killer mentality out there.
Bro, 100%. My mama could put on pads. If she come across that middle, I'm gonna lay that wood on her. I'm gonna put her to sleep. I'm gonna put her to sleep out there.
Why are you gonna do Mama Wright like that, man? Come on.
Yeah. She going right to sleep. Right out there on that field. I'm telling you, bro, when it came on that field, bro, I didn't care who you was on that field. I don't care who you is, who you are, or where you from. Bro, you get it. Anybody gets it.
Man, we need more of that. We need that every day.
You were the straight animal on that field, man. I'm telling you. If you go through there, Chris and Major Harris, don't get your ass hit.
Man, we love that.
Are we
bro,
frozen?
it's a switch, bro. Like when I got on that field, bro, it was a killer instinct, bro. It was like kill mode.
That's the way the best ones are, man. You have to have that.
You have to have it. And then
you have to have that to play in this league.
The whole thing, like if somebody came across that middle and they didn't fear you, you put the fear into them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we love. We love that, man.
Hey,
there's a couple of the guys that do it now.
You need to go talk to Eddie Jackson.
Look, I didn't want to say nothing, Alan, but I was like,
oh my God,
I'll say it for you.
I was straight about to say that. Please.
Hey, y'all gotta ease up. Hey, y'all gotta ease up off Eddie, man, because Eddie touchdown Eddie. He brings something different.
Not so much anymore, touchdown Eddie, though.
We are fans of Eddie. We just need him. You know, he got to bring that killer back. That's all.
Y'all know he from Broward. He from where I'm from.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know.
You didn't tell him. You didn't tell him that we said hi and that we want him to tackle.
Yes.
Hey, he just went to the
We
wrong
like
SEC
him a lot,
school.
man. We love Eddie here. I love Eddie, but I feel like ever since he got paid, he's just been a different guy.
Right. That's what it seemed like.
He just hasn't been the same. And I know that he was in that Chuck Pagano system, that garbage system. And
That
now
was nice boy football. That was flag
he's
football.
got Sean. So hopefully Sean puts him in the right position. So he's the old Eddie again, man, because that's what we want. We know he's got it in him. I just need to see it on a consistent basis, man. That's the Chicago fan in me coming out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what it is, though. I'm not killing him like Connie.
The real Eddie Jackson since 2018.
Please.
He was laying wood in 2018.
Laying wood and picking the ball.
Please stand up, Eddie. Please stand up.
So, I mean, please, holla at your boy, Major. Holla at your boy, please.
Hey, I'm gonna try to relay the message, man.
Man. And you tell him and any of your buddies, they have an open invitation to come on. They can chop it up with us any day of the week. Please, I would love to ask him, what's going on?
Yeah, dog. Man, I need to take you to a strip club. What's going on, man?
We got to get you right. What do you got to do? What do you need? I just need to see
Whatever you need. Whatever you need.
And I remember it wasn't too long ago, people were like, is he the next Ed Reed? And I was like, I hope so.
I was thinking he was.
I hope he is.
I flat out did, but it's just something changed.
Yes,
something
I haven't been watching them, so I can't. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I can't tell you who the top safety. Well, I can. I can tell you that. I can tell you I feel like the few safeties that I do playing amazing ball. You got Honey Badger.
Oh, he's the king. Yeah,
Hey.
he's number
You got who just went to Seattle Seahawks?
Yeah,
Adams.
You talking about Jamal Adams?
Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, it's a few of them that I do still like. If I'm watching their games, I gotta check them out.
So Eddie, Eddie gotta like really, really hone in because right now he is number one in the secondary. He is the main guy in the secondary.
He has to be.
Because everybody else around him is either a second year guy, a kind of, I don't mean to say throw in disrespectfully, and then another guy playing free safety that's playing strong safety. So he got to hone in this one. This is baby right here. This is.
Like, I feel like ever since Adrian Amos left, he just hasn't had that other guy to pair with. That he just hasn't been the same guy, man. And I just don't know what it is. Like I can't figure out what's wrong with him. He just hasn't been the same.
Well, like Major just told us, when you have a scheme that fits what you do best, you thrive, right? You flourish.
Adrian was there. It was like he fit better, just like when Chris Conti was with Major. They fit.
Yeah.
This, I'm gonna do that.
Hey, somebody just said Mike Brown. Yeah. Mike Brown was a monster.
Yes. Yes. Mike Brown was
Nebraska, separate man from ball.
Yes.
Ooh, Mike Brown was that dude.
It was like what year was that? When they won the Cleveland game. They won like a game back to back. Remember?
Yeah, so he
intercepted the ball both times.
Both pick sixes to end the game.
Cincinnati and San Francisco. No,
it was
Cleveland and San Francisco.
Cleveland, yeah.
Yep.
Monster.
I think that was 03.
That was like, was that like Terrell Owens running his mouth?
Wasn't that the game that T.O. has like a whole bunch of yards?
That's the one he had set the record on us, I thought.
He had like 21 catches.
Yeah. And Mike Brown picked six for the game.
And then he picked six to win.
Yeah, Mike Brown killing that season.
That was Jeff Garcia, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What year was that?
I Was that 02 or 03? I can't remember.
I just remember it was back to back because it was cold. Hey, Major, it was cold. That stadium that wind was cold.
Easy.
I know all about it. I
was actually at that Cleveland game and that San Francisco game I watched on TV. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I ain't there.
Man, it's cold, boy. I don't know. I can't deal with it too much longer, man.
I ain't.
Right. I was gonna ask you, do you ever come back to Chicago to visit us?
Yeah, my daughter's in Chicago, so I gotta come back.
That's what's up. Good.
You know, I got a question that I really wanted to ask, but I'm gonna ask you. 40 speed. We always talk about, oh, well, he ran this, he ran that. But how much different is that speed from football speed when you got on pads? How much different is that?
So because I don't quite get the question.
Well, see, when you at the combine, you ain't got no pads on.
Right.
And people always say, well, he ran this, so he should be this fast in the game.
Nah.
That's a different speed.
Game speed.
Right.
And game speed and just straightforward speed is totally two different speeds.
Right.
Game speed, you may catch somebody that can run a 4.6, in a 40. But game speed, bro, they so quick, they so elusive. Like they look like they running a 4.3 out there.
Yeah. You got downhill speed. You've got sideline speed. You've got
that sideline speed is great speed for a linebacker to have. That's what you want for your linebackers to be able to play sideline to sideline. It's different. It's definitely different type speeds in the game, but that 40 is just all bullshit.
It is.
So
it's like someone like you, it's like downhill speed. You know,
I bring that up to say that there were guys that on paper they had a faster 4.4 speed than you, but we see you take the correct angle and chase them dudes down.
Yeah.
And lay that wood on.
Yeah.
I think that's good closing speed about anticipation speed.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's definitely closing speed.
Yeah.
It's closing speed, 100%. Being able to close and man, you gotta have that heart. When you out there on that field, bro, you gotta have heart and not be scared of nothing. I wasn't scared of nobody or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this for two people. 40 speeds are overrated for these two people, and these two people are Hall of Famers. Walter Payton didn't run a 4.2 or 4.3. He ran a 4.5, 4.6. And he's arguably the greatest running back of all time.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he clock a 4.7 one time?
Yeah, Jerry Rice and Chris Carter.
And I remember plenty of times Jerry Rice not getting caught from behind.
It's because he had this, man. It's because he had that heart. He had that more than anybody. He knew how to practice. He knew how to be a pro. He came to work every day, and he outworked everybody. That's why he's the best. That's why he's the GOAT at that position, 100%.
Hey, fellas, my phone going dead.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you want to tell people real quick how they can get your book or how they can
Yes, so right now my book is really hot, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not trying to just because it's my book, but I'm sold out personally, but y'all can go to Amazon and cop it, Major Wright. Major Pain, Confessions of a Smash Mouth Safety. It's on Amazon, but I just placed an order in for a large amount of books, so I have some back in stock on my website, MajorWright.com. Y'all can definitely go on there. I got gear, my book, all that, man. And then y'all can stay tuned into everything I got going on too, my social media. Look, y'all can follow me on Instagram. It's Lil Made 21.
We'll do.
Twitter is Lil Made 21 as well. And I'm about to get ready to start a YouTube vlog of just things I got going on day-to-day life, traveling, everything, man. I just want to be able to
put great
content out. Yeah.
Love it, man. Oh, yeah.
And then my publishing company too. If y'all have any books that y'all write in, y'all have anything in mind, man, y'all can send everybody to, Major Wright Publishing
And
Company.
that's why I would like to get the book from your website so that you see everything funneling to you.
Yep,
Well,
the
my
Wright
brother.
Publishing Company.
Yeah.
It's called the
got a
Wright
brother who's a
Publishing
writer.
Company. Yep, I'm gonna have some of these great stories of these athletes. I'm gonna be able to tell a story and really run this thing, run it up.
I can't wait. Hey, before you run off, did you like the movie Major Payne?
Man, I loved it, man. Growing up,
I was gonna bring
Hey.
that up too. The best movie ever, man. It's the best movie ever.
growing up, they used to pick on me. They used to pick on my name growing up, man. Major Payne, Lieutenant, all this, like it's crazy. But now I'm so happy, man. My mom and them did name me Major because it means so much, man. And once you hear Major, you like, all right, you got to be about something.
And it fits who you are.
Right.
So,
Right.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me on too, bro.
man, hopefully we'll talk again soon. And then when you come to the shop, man, you get a little time, man. We'll link, go to dinner or something, hang out a little bit.
That's a fact, bro. We can definitely make that happen.
Okay, for sure, man.
Yep.
Well, good having you on, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
All
love.
right, man.
Can't wait
Thank
to talk
y'all,
to you
man.
again, brother.
Appreciate
All
y'all,
right,
bro.
Major.
Y'all stay safe.
Yep.
All right.
Same to you, brother.
Yo.
You have a good one.
That was
Man,
That was awesome. Man, that dude is full of energy.
he is all go all the time.
Yes.
But that's what he was on the field, so I'm not really surprised by that.
Hey, you know how when somebody's personality on and off the field, I rocks with him.
100%. 100% know where you're coming from with that. I was kind of surprised though, guys, that he doesn't really follow football anymore. That was
You know what? We're surprised because most of our guests are still very, very into the game.
active.
But I love that man's mind because he just opened up so many doors to people that didn't even know those doors were available to be opened.
Absolutely. And he dared to be different,
There you go. He dared to be different. Coin that, Alan. That's what I'm talking about. He dared to be different.
He's that's something that I admire as a person. Like us doing this podcast, it's not something a year ago I would have thought I was doing either. But you know what? You got to go for your dreams in life. And I admire anyone that does that. So hats off to him, 100%.
Absolutely.
And we've already got this Facebook user. You're doing great tonight. I wish we knew who you were.
How do we do that? Because Diop did it last time. How do we?
You either
know who
go
that
to our
is?
YouTube or you have to go on StreamYard and you have to verify your Facebook account. So please do that because this guy has been on it the whole show.
Everybody.
Please.
There's been a couple of Facebook users. I don't know if this is the same guy or they're different people, but I promise you, if we could just get you to log in, sign in, get your name and your update. Nate Turner, thank you. Thank you, Nate Turner. Nate Turner been checking in too, y'all.
Yes. We want to give you guys credit for your questions. So please do that because we need this, man. Like we love our fans more than anything. But so I guess we gotta get to this freaking defensive back talk. I don't want to listen to Terrence.
So,
I already know Terrence
Facebook user, even if you could type in who you are in the comment real quick until you're able to, link us up. That's a great question because right now, I thought Graham would have saved. I thought Graham would have made the cut. I did, but
okay. So you want to go first, Terrence? Because I know how much you want to talk about.
I mean, I can. Well,
hello, Keith. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith.
We've got two of them. So we don't know who's who.
Hey,
Anthony Stewart. Okay, my man.
Keith Ferry and Anthony Stewart and Nate. Hey,
you guys should go to YouTube.
Wait a minute. Nate Turner went to Mount Carmel.
Look us up on YouTube.
And he played for Buffalo.
Okay. Well,
He played for the Buffalo Bills. I think that's the Nate Turner.
100. He told you.
I don't know.
See?
But anyway.
I went to Mount Carmel too, Nate.
Let's
Let's
get back to the questions here.
Only freshman year, though. Yeah, let's get back to it. So
So damn right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
About Des Trufant, he has a unique situation, but I say based on his career, which he had a very respectable career, he will be like a Ted Ginn Jr. coming to the Bears. That's what I think. That's my opinion. And I just did not think because if the Bears thought highly of him, they would have made a way. I think they would have made a way for him to be on that 53-man roster. I know he had personal things to take care of. I understand that. I'm sympathetic towards that. Desmond, if you happen to be watching, I feel for you, brother. My condolences. But I think if the Bears really felt that highly, they will make sure that they had a spot for him. But
Alan, you want to take that first?
You're not going to hold a 53-man roster spot for a guy who doesn't know when he's coming back, and Flat told you that he didn't know when he was coming back.
He said
no. He said that he wants to come back to football. He's not coming back tomorrow, Terrence.
Right.
No,
He's been out for weeks.
tomorrow.
He's been out for weeks right now. He's not coming back until he gets the situation with his family figured out.
And you have to respect that
right away. And secondly, he doesn't run this he doesn't know this defense. He hasn't been a part of this. He's been a part. What? He was on the Lions last year. I don't know what they run, but I don't think it's the same type. So all I'm saying is that he needs to go take care of that stuff first. And I feel like he told them that. And that's why he's not on this roster, because they're not going to save a spot for a guy who's not there. What I'm more thinking about is the fact that we've got four DBs right now. That's got to change. So everybody listening, guys, if you looked at this roster, if you looked at the 53-man and you're freaking out because, oh my God, they've got 5 tight ends, or they've got 7 inside linebackers, and they've got, whatever it is, 4 corners. Relax, guys. Relax, because that's not going to be the same roster that we have when we play the Rams. There are going to be cuts on other teams.
Yep.
There's going to be more cuts on our team, probably.
There might be possible trades looming.
They're
going to pick up people from waivers.
A lot can happen between now, the bye week, into next week, guys. So relax about the roster. I've had people going crazy on my Bears page because they're like, what are we doing? What are we doing? A big name that I wish I knew which person this was, Bryce Callahan. So
I didn't see that coming either. I didn't.
So Denver came out and said that they're basically shopping Kyle Fuller even, which is odd because he just signed there. But they love Patrick Surtain that much where they're trying to make a spot for him. That's how much they like him.
Wait, who's on the other side, though? Because
so I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look. I was thinking it was going to be Kyle Fuller.
I thought it would be Surtain and Fuller, but
that's what I thought.
They have not the other Chris Harris. I think he's retired, but
he does still play. That's Chris Harris Jr.
So they're starting corner, or do they move him to safety?
I thought he got moved to safety, but
that's what I thought. But if not, then
let me double check and look at this roster.
But Kyle Fuller is he flourished under Fangio as well.
That's kind of why I was so surprised by this.
Is on the other side of Patrick Surtain. They haven't traded him yet, but they are shopping him.
Okay, call me crazy. We have a lot of tight ends, a lot of inside linebackers. Would Kyle Fuller even be entertained to come here?
They've got Ronald Darby too, who is a pretty good corner as well. That's the other guy they have.
Was he a nickel guy?
He plays the right end. So their nickel is who is their nickel? Actually, I don't see their nickel on.
Because normally, if you grab another lockdown corner, somebody gets moved to nickel.
So technically, right now, their nickel would be Surtain.
Surtain, okay.
Yeah, or who else would be on here? That's basically it's either him or Bryce Callahan right now. So they've got a log jam at corner.
2 of them from the Bears.
Yeah, but you got Callahan was a guy that was hurt a lot. So as much as I loved him here, I don't think that he's a good fit anymore because he just can't stay healthy.
Wait, what is that? What was that from Nate?
It's a now league. Can't wait. Defensive coordinator is really iffy to me. Nagy seems like he can't have anyone better than him around.
See, but why do you think that the coordinator's iffy? Because I don't. You don't know what he's even running yet. If you watched our interview last week with Chris Harris, they don't game prep for these preseason.
Right, at all.
They don't show you
very
shit.
vanilla.
They don't show you anything. So don't worry about preseason and 5 tight ends, whatever. Just relax, guys. Like, yes, am I concerned with something? JB, I know I think all 3 of us agree.
Offensive line.
Bingo, Tito Jackson. 110%. I am scared.
What I do agree with, and I think you two would agree with too, and JB, I think you've said it before, Nagy wants to be the
smartest man in the room. Absolutely.
All the time.
So go back to what Nate said. See, Nate is coming from a place. He's been in the locker room. He's been on the sidelines. So I can respect what he's saying. So 5 years. So you're saying, if I'm not mistaken, Nate, are you saying that this was just a trendy hire from within as opposed to going to somebody who could actually elevate the defense, but the defensive coordinator be bigger than the head coach? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, he wasn't just like a quality control guy who got bumped up. Like, he
spent 5 years as a quality control guy.
Yeah, but then after that, he
after a defensive backs coach,
yes.
Linebackers coach. So there's levels.
He was an assistant. He worked with the defensive backs and linebackers while also assisting the special teams coaches.
Okay.
He was retained by John Fox, stayed with John Fox, then went to Nagy, followed Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio wanted to keep him. And he was promoted to safeties coach in 2019, I think it was.
Oh, so that because you can't move to another team laterally.
Yeah. So they upgraded him after that because Vic Fangio liked him. He upgraded him. And then, Eddie Jackson had a pretty good year under him. Guys, he's decent enough for me.
On this
1 year, but man, I'm telling you, like, who out there would you get right now? Like, we've got consultants from other teams. You can't say that they just get coffee. Chris Harris is the defensive backs coach for the Washington football team right now, right? He was quality control with Sean Desai. And now he's on one of the best defenses in the league, and he's coaching. I'm not going to say that.
So I'll say this in relation to Sean Desai. To me, he's on that Robert Scala pass. Remember, Scala was something simple. He said, no, Jackson had his worst year under him.
He was named in the Pro Bowl that year.
2018.
And 2019. I'm pretty sure he was in 2019. I'd have to look it up.
2018 for sure.
I'm pretty sure he was in 2019.
2019 was strictly a popularity contest. 2018, he deserved to be on there.
Right, because that was the 12-4 season.
I'd have to go look at his stats, but
you look at stats all you want, but 2019, it was a popularity contest.
That wasn't his worst year.
No, so but back to what I was saying, like Robert Scala was kind of like in the same thing, and look how he elevated that 49ers defense. Nobody knew who he was at first.
Absolutely.
He just popped up from quality control. I think he was a linebackers coach, wasn't he?
I think you're right. I'd have to look that up too.
So I don't want to just
on his second year maybe as linebackers coach, and then he jumped up. I'd have to look that up.
But I don't want to just. And I'm
I like this
sports here,
honestly.
but Eric Spoelstra was a video coordinator before he was Miami Heat's head coach, and he's a pretty damn good coach.
You can't just base it up. Like, I like the fact that they're going to somebody different and not just another vanilla defensive coordinator who's failed somewhere else or
Just
had
another so-called name.
Bring somebody up. Like, I like this. I honestly like the fact that they're bringing up someone from within. NFL runs on nepotism. Right. All other guys have to grind their way to the top. Let's just see what the guy has. It's exactly what I feel like.
Absolutely,
exactly what I feel like, Dion. You know.
And this is what we said, Alan, when you and I were talking. Read this. When Desai helped Fangio build that's why he wanted him.
Yeah.
Because you and I spoke very highly of them with this. And he's a Fangio disciple. So that's just that new turnaround. Like Belichick and all these guys were Parcells guys. So this is just the next evolution.
Yeah. Whenever Vic Fangio is trying to take you with him somewhere.
That speaks volumes to me.
That's everything I need to hear.
Right.
The guy is renowned. Everybody in that locker room talks highly of him. They call him what? The professor or something because he's got some degree and so I'm not sure. I don't remember. I know they call him that. But give the guy a chance. Just wait and see what he does because I feel like you guys, he's going to run more of a Vic Fangio system. Don't just base it off of, he was quality control for this amount of time or anything like that. Base it off of what they believe in and what other coaches that are successful believe. And that is what Vic Fangio is the only name I need to hear on that list, guys. Only name.
Again, back to what Nate is saying, though, Nagy isn't threatened by him. So
he shouldn't be.
No, he shouldn't be, but I'm not even really sure that because of the whole Justin Fields caveat, is this really a make or break year for Nagy, or did Nagy and Pace just buy them like 2 or 3 years?
They bought themselves some more time. They bought themselves
here's the flip side. Now you're also relying on an aging defense while you're waiting for your star quarterback to come into his own. That's the problem.
That front seven is not getting any younger, guys. You got Bilal Nichols is like 26 or 27 maybe. And other than that, you got a whole bunch of 30-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Khalil Mack, Robert Quinn, Hakeem Hicks. You got a bunch of 30-year-old guys. And they don't have a lot of draft picks coming up either. Because they keep trading up all the time. So you're not going to be able to really fill unless you go into free agency. And then when you go into free agency, you're going to overpay more, like Robert Quinn, for example. So why is Ryan – for me, Ryan Pace is the problem. He has been. So I have a little saying that I like to talk about. It's the horse or the buggy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got a buggy that you just can't pull. You can't pull. You change the horse. After a while, you might want to start looking at the buggy. And yeah, Matt Nagy has his problems and his quirks too. He does. But you want to talk about talent-wise, guys? You want to talk about problems? How about I go real quick and I explain to you a problem? Because this is something that I just can't get behind. This is AB's Fun Fact on the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. I love that.
Hey, I love that beat.
I love the end of that, man. So, okay. Ryan Pace since 2015, guys. Remember his first draft pick? You remember who the first guy he ever drafted was?
Kevin White.
Wide receiver, West Virginia.
I did some looking around. Luckily, people on my Bears group are very, very, very on top of this stuff. I actually heard this on the radio today, and I needed to look it up. Since 2015, he has drafted 7 wide receivers. 7. And How many of them are on the team right now?
One.
One fucking guy. So you're going to tell me that this guy who came over from New Orleans, the reason we got this guy is because of the crop of offensive talent that the New Orleans Saints had on it, every year. We wanted that same kind of offense, right? Our skill position guys, not cutting it, man. We've got Allen Robinson and we've got Darnell Mooney, and that's it. You've got hopefully Cole Kmet coming up. You've got an aging Jimmy Graham and a bunch of no-name guys behind him. Look at our draft this year. Everybody loved it, right? Everybody, even myself. I was like, he redeemed himself. He redeemed himself, right? The first round draft pick's not playing. I understand why we don't need to get into that again, because we get into that every week. We don't need to do it again.
I'm tired of it.
Our second round pick.
Not playing.
Not playing.
Injured.
You got Daz Newsome. He cut. Herbert. Hopefully Herbert's something good. But he's our third string running back. So what outside of just buying free agents has Ryan Pace really done? Our offensive line, putrid at best. What has he done, guys, to make him worthy of this job outside of landing Justin Fields out of sheer luck that the Panthers and the Broncos didn't bite? Because they should have bit. I thought for sure that the Broncos were going to bite.
I thought the Broncos myself because it just made sense. It just made – you had Drew Lock, Trevor Siemian. It just made sense. It made sense.
Yeah.
He's done nothing.
He's done nothing.
But
all he does is get splash free agents. No.
They're not going to let him go.
Yes, Diab. Daz was cut like, about 2 o'clock?
Yeah. But so with Daz, they want him on the practice squad. Yeah. So they're hoping nobody picks him up.
Wow.
The reason he didn't make this team, I think, and I was just a surprise, trust me. The reason I think he didn't make this team is because we have too many punt returners already.
We do.
Yeah. We've got too many returners now. You don't need a 6 wide receiver in this offense. You need a load of tight ends, and you need some fast boys up front. That's what they have right now. That's why they want to get him on practice squad.
Do they really need 5 tight ends, though?
No, and they're not going to keep 5. They might move 1 to fullback, maybe.
JP Holtz, right?
JP Holtz. Somebody in my group was talking about that. They don't run a lot. They don't run any I.
No, so I'm about to say, so the H-back would be –
the only place you're really going to put him on that is on goal line or short yardage, and that's if.
So he's not going to run that much.
I've seen Nagy run shotgun on a fucking short yardage play.
They don't really do the 3 tight end deal.
I don't really think that – yeah, that's where I see it, JB, is a lot of 2 tight end sets, and they want some depth at the position. That's the only thing I can see. So – I would say that they're going to have 4. They're going to go get another corner. That's because they have to. Like they have to.
I mean, I'm not. How can I say it?
Yeah.
I'm not against Kendall Vildor. I just like a little bit more security.
Well, you're going to see Kendall Vildor going up
against. Look, we don't have a choice.
Yes, Diab. That's where I think he's going to end up. Is on the practice squad.
Vildor.
How old?
How tall?
Oh, tall?
Oh, tall.
5'9".
I mean, he can't be.
He's. I think
he was of the shorter variety when I saw him.
Yeah, I think he is. Do we have any tall cornerback? Jalen Johnson.
I mean, Jalen's what, 6?
I think he's 6.
So let's see here if I can find
5'11", 6.
I'm trying to find Bill Dorr.
I think he's the top. He's the top we got.
So Bill Dorr is actually 5'11".
Listed at 5'11".
He's listed at 5'11".
Right.
So I mean,
5'11".
Height is great for me on that, but man, I want a guy who can stick with somebody. I'm not as big into. I mean, like height is important and everything.
Read this. Surprised at Burns and Roberson being cut. Too thin at the position. I am biased towards Roberson as an ISU grad.
So Roberson apparently is because of injury.
Injury.
That's what I've heard on Twitter a little bit. They were saying he was injured, so that's why he's not on the team. But they're fully expecting him to also clear
return to practice squad
and get on the practice squad.
Yeah.
They're banking on a lot of these guys to get on practice squad.
Artie Burns is a buster. I don't know why
Artie-
I'm surprised about that.
Artie Burns is
He a
one of
buster.
those guys. Last
he
year,
just didn't look he
had a
looked like the
chance.
game was too fast for him. Like he looked like he didn't know what he was doing. He
Well,
really did.
Man,
He really
right.
did.
And that was the only time he got his name called when he missed the play.
I'm not
he
impressed. I'm not impressed with him. I wasn't impressed with him this
I
whole.
wasn't. And like you all know, when I was at that game, I was just like,
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute.
you let Mitch do what?
Yeah, like, and yeah, he let those wide receivers, those like 2s and 3s, just punk him out. And I'm
2
like,
3s, 3 4s, because some of those guys, I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, man. Weren't you like cut last year? I remember some of those names.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, which is why I say we have to kind of rely on what Sean Desai has scheme-wise. Because if his front seven is very dynamic, that can help a weaker secondary.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I think on that. I think he's going to be coming to the house, and he's going to be pressing those wide receivers because he's got to cover up that bad coverage. So what I think he's going to do is you're going to see a lot of blitz packages.
Which we didn't see with Pagano.
I think it's going to be the complete opposite. And you're going to have Eddie Jackson back there doing what he should have been doing.
Roman.
And then having the other safety up there loading up the box and going at guys. That's what I'm hoping for because I don't think Kendall Vildor is a 2, guys. I don't.
No.
I don't.
We're hoping, and we don't know because clearly they see something that we may not be privy to. But remember, Alan, you and I spoke about they were running variations of that 4-4-3 like I've never seen before.
Yeah, and I mean, there's going to be a lot of hybrid. I think. And what I'm just worried about. I'm worried about Jalen Johnson staying healthy. If he stays healthy, I think the dude is going to be a good pick. I really do. But that other side, I don't know what I'm going to get. All I've heard about Kendall Vildor is that he's flashed at camp. He's been very vocal. He wants to become a leader, which I love. But that doesn't mean he can do it on the field.
And that's why I said I was kind of confused with Graham because I saw flashes from Graham as well.
Yeah, but you didn't see flashes on Graham against the ones.
Against the one, right? It was against the 2s and 3s, right?
Which is why I think they're hoping that they can either get a corner, off of free agency somewhere, or they've got some crazy ass trade up in
or some late starting salary dump guy that's a starter that just got dumped.
That's kind of what I'm hoping, guys. But I don't know. Right now, I love my team, man, but I'm betting heavy on the Rams that first game because this first game doesn't look pretty to me.
Wait a minute. You betting against the Bears?
I will bet against the Bears.
Wow.
Because I just don't that front offensive line is not matching up well against them. Defensively, they've got wide receivers that will fucking torch our corners unless we get pressure real quick. And that's why I'm saying that we need that press defense up and go after Stafford. Just like we did whenever he was with the Lions.
But the difference,
same kind of stuff, man.
But here we go again. The difference is Stafford doesn't have to rely on himself because the Lions' defense was so terrible.
He doesn't have the Detroit Lions. He's got the number 1 defense from last year.
So they gonna get him. They gonna get him that ball back.
Oh yeah, That's what I'm worried about. I just don't think this matchup's working in our favor, guys.
And exactly. That's why I said Facebook user. If this is the same guy, thank you. That's why I said I was kind of confused as to why they let Graham go because he, like all the measurables plus, like you said, he had played pretty good at Oregon. So I was just wondering, like, that didn't make sense to me to let him go. Even if you just kept him as like a number 2 or a nickel, it didn't make sense for him to leave. Okay, Sperry, thank you. It didn't make sense for him to leave.
Yeah.
Well, not for him to leave, but for them to cut him. You see what I'm saying? Because now, depth chart wise, like we said, we have 4, but that's going to change because remember, nothing happens this weekend. Next week, we're full tilt. We go full regalia next week. But come Tuesday, which is the off day, I expect that waiver wire to be a little hot. I expect it to be a little hot.
It definitely will be.
Practice squad.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Is that I think that they're banking on a lot of these guys. Let's just pull up the list, okay? I have a list of everyone who got cut on this team, okay, right here, guys. So, I mean, a lot of these guys, obviously, we don't know them that well.
True.
Ryan Nall, I hope to God they don't do anything with Ryan Nall. I am so over Ryan Nall. Nice guy.
He doesn't fit Nagy's offensive scheme.
He's not a bad player, though.
He's not a bad player.
He's more of a fullback than he is.
He's more of a traditional fullback of which Nagy doesn't have a use for.
Yeah, like we got Daz Newsome. We're hoping he makes that practice squad. Artavius Pierce, I'm guaranteeing as long as somebody doesn't pick him up as a third, which I doubt, he's going to make the practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
Riley Ridley, bye-bye. I mean, I don't understand that one. He's on the wide receiver list too. He's just one of those guys that he never got a shot. But when I watched him in preseason,
he was productive.
I mean, he was productive more, but I saw a lot of plays where he wasn't getting separation.
He's gonna picked up.
You know, he kind of like he flashed a little bit on special teams, but that's not what he's known for.
I think he's a solid 3, Alan. I think he's a solid 3 right now.
I don't know if he is, man.
He'll get picked up. I know he will.
I mean, we'll see. Trey Roberson, that was an injury thing. So,
that was an injury, right? Because Roberson, we knew that.
Yeah, hopefully he comes back. Ruffin, I don't think he will unless he clears waivers. Maybe they put him on there.
Snowden was a numbers drop.
Yeah, 100%. The next guy, Tabor, he's okay.
I was not moved. I
wasn't a big fan of him either. Fodders, I was kind of like, oh, wait a minute. But I knew how many linebackers they had.
Again, a numbers dump because we got too many great inside linebackers. Now, Wheatley was interesting too because I was wondering, like, third string right tackle, like, why isn't he? Is considering Affetti was hurt.
Yeah. But they don't think he is now. So he might be another one he's obviously probably going to clear waivers. So I would say that maybe
another practice, one of the 16.
That's a guy that they either keep close or they put him on the practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of those like you need to be sitting by your phone guys. Now we're talking about Daniel Archibong. That was another one where I feel like that whole front seven, like they have that pretty deep now.
I saw him in the backfield a lot, of which I was like, he can get pressure, but again, another numbers dump.
They just had so many good ones.
Right.
I just don't think they needed him.
We don't need him.
Isaiah Coulter, they had just got him.
But he
really wasn't. He didn't really impress me. And
once they let Wims go and then picked him up, I was like, why?
Yeah, and that next guy, I don't even remember hardly seeing him.
So Arlington Hambright played.
No, not Hambright. I was talking about that Dieter.
Oh, Dieter. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember that guy's name. I remember Hambright though.
Yeah, who was a pretty decent guy. You know, he was just.
Hambright was okay, but
I feel like they're
him missing a couple assignments.
Yeah, and
we're talking about a third string utility guy.
Yeah, like I think that they're gonna look at some of these other teams and who they're dropping and see maybe if they can upgrade that spot, and then they can snag some guys on their practice squad that way. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
We have to think in that mindset.
Yeah.
No, Aaron, good question. To me, no, we didn't.
Nope.
We didn't give him a chance. Like we really, and except for the year he was injured with the back, we really didn't give Kevin White a chance. Kevin White couldn't get on the field.
I mean, Kevin White was just always hurt. Like
that's what I said. But the one year he was completely healthy, remember, he didn't get on the field.
The thing with Riley Ridley, and thank you, Dion. No, he's right. He's right. So Riley Ridley, I saw a lot of plays this preseason where he's going up against threes and he wasn't getting separation. And
that's why I told you he's a number 3.
He's too big for a 3, though, and he's not fast enough for a 3.
He's like that.
I don't think he's a 3.
More H-back type build, but
I just don't think he's fast enough for a 3, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he's just too big and he's not fast enough to be a 3. Unless that dude is on the corner, I don't think he's really doing a lot because you saw it in the preseason. Like, he wasn't running in the slot. He was outside. But
he was outside, right. When I call a number 3, I'm not calling a slot. I'm saying, like, if they go 4 wide, he becomes a possession receiver on a 4 wide.
Okay. Rashad, you are absolutely right. Cole Kennedy, you are right. As much as I talk shit about Kyle Fuller, that turned out to be a problem. Kyle Fuller was actually a good cornerback for the Bears.
Good.
Really good. Good. That's
great.
All I know. I'm not gonna say great.
He was great under Vic Fangio. He wasn't great under Chuck Pagano.
There you go.
He just
but you know what, Alan? If we go back, hell, even Khalil Mack didn't look great under Pagano, and we're not going to sit up here and say Khalil Mack is not great.
Roquan Smith might have been the only one.
Roquan was just like, I'm gonna do my own thing because you don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna get everybody.
In that system that he set up, it's for those middle linebackers to roam.
Similar to the Colts with
Yep, it's the same kind of defense he ran when he was with the Colts.
Right.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like he was made to shine in that, which I mean, it worked, but playing safe all the time just is not the way to go in this NFL. I'm sorry, it's just not. Here's the thing. He didn't do anybody any favors but Roquan.
No, he did. There you go, Rashad. Because my thing is this: if your front 4 doesn't get proper pressure, now you're asking your secondary to cover 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. That's damn near impossible.
Especially with a rookie corner on one end. Yes, we like Jalen Johnson, but a rookie corner at that, and a Kyle Fuller who isn't. I don't think he's really that kind of corner. I feel like he's more of a press corner who wants to get up in you and like stick with you. I saw so many plays, man, where he was sitting back 7 yards, and I'm like,
because
I know where the ball's going.
They pushed them back, keep everything in front of you, bend, don't break. But if I tell you right now, Pagano had an AK, you're right. If I tell you right now that one player that Kyle Fuller reminds me of, and they're eerily similar, but I'll give Kyle Fuller the nod. Yeah. He's got a lot of Richard Sherman in him.
Oh, absolutely. Except he's a little more.
I'll say he's a little more physical.
Physical is the best word, I guess. Yeah,
But he's got a lot of Richard, and that's not bad.
My guy Alex Acevedo. You know how many times I screamed.
I don't ever want to see Robert Quinn in coverage.
Or Mac, either one.
I want if Mac
saw Mac in coverage the other day, and I about flipped my. I wanted
to wait. I have to give you this story from the Raiders. I'll allow Mac in coverage on certain stunts because Khalil Mack is the only player to be selected to the Pro Bowl as a linebacker and a defensive end.
I'm not. That dude is one of the top pass rushers in the league. That's what he's
absolutely. I said occasionally. Hey, hold on.
I'm bringing that guy every fucking
Alan,
play.
I can go back to a Packers versus Bears NFC championship game, and B.J. Raji got an interception for a pick 6 at defensive tackle. So
I remember, but I also remember when Khalil Mack played against the Packers and he was up that ass, and he got a pick back there too, did he not?
Yes, he did. Like a snatch pick.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm telling you, I'm not bringing that. Now, Robert Quinn, I don't even care about that.
I'm kind of over Robert Quinn, if I can say that.
No, what I think about Robert Quinn, honestly, JB, honestly, what?
Big
That's all you need to
the
know.
shame.
Hey, first of all, I love that. I
I'm
love
getting real
it.
good at dropping that.
Shame.
Thank you, Phil and Shane,
Thank
again for that one.
Giving us
Hey,
that.
hey, keeping it real, TTNL.
I've watched them do that 100 times, and I'm like, I want to do that one so bad.
Hold on. Nate is dropping gems again.
Yeah.
Matt,
He can't rush the passer when he's dead ass tired. Nate, that's because the defense is on the field more times than the offense.
That's why you need a good offense.
longer.
So should we get to why the offense could be better if somebody played, or should we stay away?
Let's.
No, I don't want to get into that. I'll get into real simple. David
Right,
Montgomery
yeah.
should have 20 carries a game.
And that's what he said.
That's it. No, that's what he said.
That's what Nagy
He
said.
said that last year too, and you saw it only happen for like 4 games.
I just hope he's
I
healthy.
When Bill Lazor took over, remember
I
that?
only saw David Montgomery the first play of the preseason, and I don't think I've seen him since.
He hasn't played. It's been
limping off, but that's been hush hush too, because that's what this team does. They
number
don't wanna
8
tell us shit.
from Kansas City.
Talking about Damian Williams,
It's been Damian. Yeah, it's been Damian.
who I love as a 1-2 combo with him.
He's a
I
good
think
change
he's
of
gonna-
pace back. I do like him.
Yeah, I think he's going to be great in that
Oh.
system.
Let me ask y'all this: with the roster being what it is right now, going into LA, can we win with this
Yes,
roster right now?
Can we beat the Rams? Yeah, you can beat any team any given Sunday, but
Do you
logically,
think-
I don't think the Bears are going to win. No.
I don't. I think they're 7-point underdogs right now.
2 for
If I remember.
if I can get my bullet points. 1. Oh, where's bullets, by the way?
Yeah, I haven't seen him tonight.
But my first bullet point is this. That patchwork offensive line hasn't played well enough and haven't played long enough together to go against the pass rush that the Rams have. That's 1. 2, David Montgomery, as we just suggested, has not played but 1 play the whole preseason, but yet we constantly see how good he is in practice. Well, guess what? You can't hit him in practice.
No.
My third and most important bullet point is this. This is not the Rams with Jared Goff. This is the Rams with Matthew Stafford, which means they're going to stretch the field. Ultimately, that means what? You're going to get into a shootout if you don't play some defense.
Yeah. And with these corners, as questionable as they are, it is hard for me to
Bombs over Baghdad.
You got guys like Cooper Kupp that are going to just eat.
Robert
that
Wood.
slot. Robert Wood. They've got guys that are going to eat that.
They got
secondary.
guys.
I mean, I
So
don't know, Terry. I mean,
Tight
as
end.
much
Don't
as
forget
I
about
want
Higbee.
that, I mean, like,
Higbee's a great tight end.
yeah, I want him to win. I want him to win just as much as you guys do. But the spread, I don't even know if they'll beat the spread, Aaron.
Is the spread 6.5?
I thought it was 7, but
Well, it may have dropped. It may have dropped. We have a whole nother week for it to fluctuate.
yeah,
we talking
be right.
about
I don't think they will.
we
I
talking
think it'll
about
be
the
like
Rams offense. What about the defense?
the number 1 defense.
We don't
in
need to
the
talk
league.
about that defense.
Number 1 defense in the league last year.
Their defense is
against
out.
against an offense whose first possession in a preseason game, Justin Fields' first pass, he was sacked against not even the whole Titans defense, which if you know the Titans, their defense wasn't that great last year.
No, it wasn't.
They lost Clowney.
It was
So
middle of the road.
they're worse, and they ate them up like they were the fucking 85 team. I'm telling you, like that, they need to get their bearings. Obviously, they haven't gelled. Jason Peters was fishing last week when they called him. He wasn't in shape.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he wasn't in shape, guys.
He was couch surfing.
Exactly. So,
Yep.
man, we really like throwing out, and I'm just gonna say it. throwing out Justin Fields is a mistake. It's a mistake.
I'll say this.
Pressure on Fields. Oh,
Sorry, JB. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you didn't, because that's what I was
I
going to
just had to bring that up.
No, you knew that. You knew that's what I was about to bring up. That's why you played that. Right.
You know
Always.
how we do. You know how we do. It's just, man,
that was against 2s and 3s.
You cannot tell me that. I mean, yes, he's great on his aptitude test. Yes, he can run out of the pocket. He can make things happen. Why rush this process, guys? This is the one thing I think Nagy's doing right, is letting this process play out. I know everybody else, Phil, Shane, all those guys, everyone's like, play the fucking kid, play the kid. I don't think it's right to play him right now, because I don't think this line has their bearings, and I don't want to see this kid running for his life. And then having that ghost thought, a la David Carr, a la RG3. Like, I can keep going, but
yes, you can.
I'm just saying, like, I just don't think it's wise to do that when we have a guy who could literally be our franchise quarterback. Okay. Hey, Terrence, I got a question for you.
Yeah, pull that back out, because I want to answer that. I want to answer that.
Well, we'll answer this first thing. Last question before I go. What happens if the Bears pull out the 2-quarterback system like the 49ers last weekend? So
you clearly key in on Justin Fields, because Andy Dalton's not running anywhere.
Especially in the red zone.
Especially in the red zone. So
red zone 100%. He is going to – no, it's not even like it's going to happen. I promise you. Because as soon as he saw Shanahan doing that shit, he's like, oh, I got to show everybody how smart I am. I got to let everybody know how that I'm just as smart as Shanahan. I got to let people know that shit. He will be there. He will be in a red zone package. I guarantee you. I don't know if it'll be against the Rams. They might wait until they play, the Bengals the week after.
Double. What are you thinking? Double QB pass?
Not right away. No, I'm thinking just for starters, it's going to be red zone. And then after he flashes there and we lose the first game and we probably maybe beat the Bengals, hopefully. And then we lose to the Browns, and then we go, what? We got the Lions after that?
Remember, we go home, away, home. Yeah.
We're 1-2. That's when Nagy's going to be like, well, I've used him in this red zone package, and he flashed out a little bit. Maybe I should start him. And then maybe by week 5, he's like, he might give me a better chance to win, and this offensive line is gelling a little bit more, guys. Maybe I should start him. And I'm thinking by week 5 or 6, he's going to pull the trigger. I really do. Because
you're assuming that we get into the red zone to present those packages.
Well, I'm assuming that the defense is going to pick off a pass, and we're going to be in the red zone because of our defense.
We're hoping.
Because I'm not counting on this offense. So, okay, Terrence.
Yeah.
Do you want to start Justin Fields? Week 1.
I don't want to, but I think that he gives the Bears the best chance to win. However, I do not want to put him up against a Rams defense with Aaron Donald. I do not want to do that.
Okay.
So ultimately, no is my answer. No, I do not want to see him start against the Rams.
That's a fair answer. What about you?
Very fair. Emphatically, and my mother's gonna kill me. Hell fucking no.
Okay. Well,
we're gonna throw that guy into the fire against the best defensive player in the league for the past 5 years.
It's a little harder for me to ask you guys these next questions because I was hoping one of you said yes.
Well, what's your answer?
Well, so okay. My next question for both of you. You trust this offensive line? The answer is obviously no.
No.
So what about Nagy? You trust Matt Nagy?
No.
Okay, so I might be the outlier for this one.
Hell no.
I trust him if he sticks to his word. which was I'm going to run the ball. I can only hold the man at his word right now.
He won't. So Aaron knows exactly.
Aaron, he because he's gonna do what Nagy does, but
he's gonna Nagy.
He's pulling a Nagy. But
JB,
you really trust Matt Nagy?
What?
He lies all the time about everything.
hold on,
Lied about Tariq Cohen.
Wait,
the other day.
let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
The only reason I'm saying that I have to at least wait to see if he keeps his word this time is because his job is on the line this time.
But do you think it is? Because earlier, you had that conversation earlier, and
You
you
said,
you
"Do we think
that they were?"
Do we think this is buying him time?
And what do you think about that?
We may think this is buying him time, but this is a what have you done for me lately? This is a Janet Jackson league. What have you done for me lately?
you
love
said
that.
the
I
other
love that,
day
man. I love what he
that
said.
because they drafted Justin Fields, Ryan Pace, and Matt Nagy have bought themselves more time.
On
at least 1 year.
On
Because
paper,
they're gonna have to get that line right. They're
on
gonna have
paper they've bought time. But what good is drafting Justin Fields if you put crap around him?
and that's what I'm getting at. This whole argument has been
So you lucked up and was like, oh my God, Justin Fields is still there? Let me go get him.
exactly.
But you haven't put the proper pieces around.
Even given that though, why would Nagy's job be on the line for 1 year? He just adjusted. So couldn't he say, well, man, I mean, I haven't even had a chance to do what I haven't even had the chance to put pieces around.
I got this.
Now you're getting what I'm throwing out here.
Oh,
yes,
I got this. This is real simple. The problem with Nagy is this. He can always default to you didn't give me what I needed to run my system so that we can mind you, they've been in the playoffs 2 out of the 4 years he's been a coach.
Yep.
So he's not on paper, he's not terrible.
Yeah.
Right? That does buy you a little bit of
if you want to talk about on paper, that offense on paper is bottom fucking barrel in
yes,
a lot
it is.
of categories. So
but Nagy as the coach can always fall back on Pace didn't give me what I needed to run what you all brought me in here to run.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
He can always fall back on that because like let's keep it 100.
It makes him a shoe salesman. That's a great comment.
There it is.
It's a great comment.
If you leave Nagy and we get a new coach, let's say Nagy gets fired next year and we get Eric Bieniemy.
Oh, please.
If Ryan Pace is still the GM, he's not going to give Eric Bieniemy what he needs.
You know what I think's going to happen?
He's not.
You know what I think's going to happen? Here's exactly what I think's going to happen, guys. Okay, so like we've had this whole conversation about what Pace has done all wrong, what Nagy's done wrong, right? But you also kind of both buy into that they bought themselves more time, right? So you both think that they've got probably an extra year under their belt. We don't even know what their contract situation is because
what's the name?
Fucking tell us nothing.
Their contracts are not tied together.
But
because Pace came at the end of John Fox.
Yes, but
Nagy came the year after, so they're not there. Yes. One comes up before the other.
But we don't even know what their contract situation is because they won't tell us. And that tells me that they both got bought more time. I'm telling you, Nagy is going to have at least 1 more year. I promise you. If next year, it depends on whenever he starts Foles, because as soon as he starts Foles, that's when his clock starts ticking. I'm telling you, as soon as he starts Foles, or not Foles, sorry.
Fields.
I know what you mean.
Fields. As soon as he starts Fields, that clock is ticking. He better not start Foles. Oh, my God.
Oh.
If as soon as he gets Fields on there, that's when his clock starts going about how he develops him, how quick he develops him. And, yes, he's going to get a full offseason with him as a starter. But I'm telling you, next year, he is on the hot seat. And I bet you, even if he fires Nagy, they will move Ryan Pace They will move him up to the president of football operations,
don't say
and
that.
they will fucking get another GM. They will move Ryan Pace somewhere in that organization because they love him.
That's
They
the
love
last
him
thing I
there.
wanted you to say.
I'm telling you, they absolutely love him there. He's gonna be in that organization. He's not
moving
leaving.
Ted Phillips.
I bet you anything.
They moving.
That's forcing
Because
Ted
they've
Phillips
been
to
hearing,
go on the financial side.
they've been hearing for years about how they've never had a football operations, guy. They've never had any of that, and they're gonna be like, oh well, we could just keep Ryan. And
5 and 11.
he's our football guy. He might not be wrong. I actually have him at 6, but that's okay.
5 and 12.
I had him at 7 and 10.
I actually have him at 6, and I'm debating 7, but that's for
Because they always win one game
another
they're
topic.
not supposed to.
Yeah, that's what a lot of NFL teams do that though. But I'm telling you, that's 100%. I think that Ryan Pace is not going anywhere. I think he will either be the football operations guy or they will have some new stupid fucking role that they will give him because they love him, because he's their football guy. He said that on air. Their fucking literal chief and commander went on ESPN 1000 and said, Ryan and Matt are our football guys. Like nobody else in the whole organization knows football? Nobody?
He's so much their football guy, right? That they went and hired a third party to help them scout.
Well,
But that's what they do because, okay, go all the way back to Angelo. Then go to Emory. Like those weren't really football guys.
No.
So now the first time they get a football guy and he's still not getting it right, what are we talking about here? Because Nagy can only – Bill Parcells said it best. If I'm going to coach the team, the least you can do is let me buy the groceries.
Yeah. This team, dude, and we've had some people in the chat, their mom and pop. There's the charter franchise. I'm telling you, this team died whenever Muggs, Hallis's son, died. Because as soon as that Hallis name went away, that McCaskey group, they just don't get football, man. And all they're doing is hiring people who also don't know football.
It's all about the bottom line.
It's about it's identifying the correct people to run your organization correctly. Stop hiring third parties so they can come in and they can tell you who you need to hire as your GM and get a real football operations guy in the building today and start doing it the correct way that all these other teams do that are successful. Take the model that is out there and run with it, guys. And I can't fathom. It's like every opportunity this team has, every opportunity they have, it seems like they go the complete oppo and do the opposite of what they should do. We don't own our own stadium.
The Park District.
We're spending $6.6 million a year on a fucking stadium. Yeah, granted, it's Soldier Field. I respect that. I respect that they represent, all of the soldiers that have died.
One of the smallest stadiums in the NFL.
It is the smallest. It is the smallest.
Oh, now it has officially become the smallest?
The third largest fucking market, guys. The third largest market in America. You have the smallest fucking stadium.
We can't even host a Super Bowl.
You can't get anything. What the hell are they doing up there? Like, every chance they get, they do this. They shoot themselves in the foot because they don't have the proper people who know how to run a fucking organization. End of fucking story. Period. I'm sorry I'm going on this rant. It drives me crazy because, fans aren't allowed to go to the fucking like practice and film stuff because they think they're gonna take something. What the fuck are they gonna take? Like Greg Braggs, They like have a SWAT team out for that poor guy every time he goes to camp because he shows plays on Twitter. Come on,
That's
give me a break.
That's Bush League.
It's Bush League shit, and it just needs to stop. I don't know where the rubber meets the road with this team. I
think we can see it coming.
Well, let's hope they go to Arlington, right? I mean, I know that there's a lot of fans that probably don't want to go to Arlington, but if you go to Arlington, you could literally change the entire aspect of this team. You could have one of the biggest stadiums. You could make the most money of anybody. You could put a casino in it.
The McCaskies with Phillips.
Thank you, Nate. Just another stupid move that they make. They just give them a piece of paper and tell them that they're a fucking owner. They're not.
They're not.
They're not.
They're not.
But it's money grab, man. Get some.
But
sorry, JB. I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Kind of similar to what the Ricketts did with the Cubs before they brought in Theo Epstein.
Yeah.
Right now, to me, the Bears are looking for their Theo Epstein. But I don't feel I'm not saying Pace is not a football guy. But sometimes you can have a football guy and still wonder, like, wait a minute, man, that just don't make any sense. And I know we're on the outside looking in, but that doesn't mean just because you're educated doesn't mean you're intelligent.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely, man.
I've actually seen a lot of the opposite with people.
I've seen too much of the opposite.
And
I got 17 degrees. You're a dummy.
Smart people I've ever met are the worst common sense people in the world. And that's what I feel like this front office is. They just don't see it. And I don't know exactly why, but maybe they're just stuck in the dark ages.
Well, Aaron said she is the daughter of the man that made the NFL, and we know that, but she has no power.
Well,
she's not running nothing.
She does, but she's 96 years old.
She's a figurehead.
She just gets pissed off, and then
that's it.
They're like,
because the only thing she says is this: two things. How much money did we make, and why are we winning?
Yeah.
Those two things. That's what Virginia says. Two things.
And they make money hand over foot over there.
So the only way Ted Phillips is going to be moved anywhere is if he retires.
That's the problem.
But he's part of their family, isn't he?
That guy is. I don't think he's part of the family. He's just been with them for 20-something.
Okay, because I'm about to say we've been hearing Ted Phillips.
He's the problem. He's the problem.
Years.
You got to move him.
Not a football guy.
No, he's a finance guy.
He's him over to the banking
counter.
Yeah,
right. He's a finance
to the
guy.
fucking banking department where he belongs, and then get a president of football operations, and not let's hire someone to hire him for us. No, go out and do your damn homework and ask. Find these people out. Peyton fucking Manning even.
Hiring firms to me are a joke.
They are a joke. 100% agree. Like,
if you want to hire somebody, like right now, if I'm the Bears, I look at two areas of concern.
She wears a diaper.
And of those two areas, we've pretty figured out one of them, which is quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's hope.
Let's hope. We hope we figured out one of them.
Let's hope it goes the way we think it will, guys. Because, man, if he don't pan out, this city's gonna fucking riot.
But see, here's the thing. If he doesn't pan out because of who's coaching him, that's one thing. If he doesn't pan out because he just is not good, that's another.
Which is why you said.
So let me ask this right. Well, go ahead, JB. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. My second point to that was once we've identified the two major problems, that's one. The second major problem will never be identified because of how much money is flowed, which is getting a football person to run football operations.
Yes.
And to me, that's more important than a quarterback because you can get the quarterback and still have people that don't put nothing around him.
Yes.
If you don't have a football person, even if it's not a football person, just a football mind.
Yes. You got to have a real mind in the building that can hire coaches and hire scouts and know, yes, Ryan Pace was with a great system. But what the fuck has Ryan Pace shown me other than lucking out and getting Fields? Here's what he's shown me. Fucking all these wide receivers. One of them's on the goddamn team. And he made all those picks. Some of them he traded up.
Anthony Miller.
You can't sit and tell me that he's the guy. Yes, he hit on Mooney. Hopefully James Daniels is healthy enough. He hits. He hit on Roquan. Roquan was like a layup.
Did he really hit on James Daniels though?
If he stays healthy, absolutely yes. He did.
Time out.
Absolutely.
If memory serves, wasn't James Daniels supposed to be a center at first?
James Daniels can play both. Yes, he was supposed to be a center, but he didn't pan out there. But he's a hell of a left guard. Or right guard. He was holding down Aaron Donald pretty well the last time he played him.
Of which we beat the Rams. We did.
He can be good. It's just getting those guys healthy on the field for a consistent amount of time. You know, hopefully he hits on Jalen Johnson. Roquan to me was a layup. Roquan was
That was a layup.
That was an easy pick. Other than that, I don't want to say his fucking name, but Mitchell fucking Trubisky.
Come on, man. I'm tired of Mitchell.
You traded up for that. For a guy who can't throw the ball down the fucking
Deshaun
field.
was in your lap.
And you had Deshaun Watson off of a
Mahomes was in your
damn
lap.
epic college season.
Let's not go back down this road.
I'm not even mad about Mahomes. I'm mad about Watson. Because that man was clear-cut easy. And he didn't even take an interview with him. He didn't even fucking interview with him. He had one dinner with Mitch. And he didn't even talk to Deshaun Watson. How is that not doing your homework?
If you remember when we were watching ACC football, Ryan Pace was at the North Carolina games. He was in the stands.
Yeah. Somebody actually saw him. I think it was at the Sun Bowl, which I could get on a whole new rant about. Mitchell Trubisky was that Sun Bowl his entire career.
Right.
Horrible 3 quarters, great one. Prevent defense. But somebody actually saw him at the game and threatened that they were going to put it on Twitter. And he conned Ryan Pace into giving him like a whole bunch of Bears gear, I guess. Like I saw this like thing about it online. It was hilarious because if that had been me, I want a lot more than just some Bears gear. I'm going to every fucking game. I want front row seats. You're going to give me some real stuff, Ryan. Or you're going to make me quality control. Like I want a job, buddy.
I want a job.
They say quality
me up.
only gives coffee and wings. That's what you wanted to.
Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that.
Hey, so this is what I want to ask.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton is the quarterback now. Not Mitch, not Justin, not none of them people. Andy Dalton is QB number 1. Why are we not trying to get behind him? Why are we not saying, okay?
Well, some of us are.
I'm behind him because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Bears. I want them to do well. Yeah. If I'm quarterbacking them, I want them to do well.
Yeah.
But the red rifle is now the red slingshot.
He's a slingshot.
The man has brought the Bengals to multiple playoff berths, but never won a playoff game. His playoff numbers are actually terrible. He's got more interceptions than he has touchdowns.
He's got 1 touchdown and 5 picks.
Come on now.
I know that stat.
You know I know.
I know that stat. That is a stat that as soon as I heard that, I heard it like a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh.
Like I usually answer Himbo's questions in the morning. I usually get them right. So
yeah. Andy is a seasoned vet.
He is a season, but that's
so
Nate. That's not what we're looking for.
That's exactly the point, JB. Is that's so. Just because he's a seasoned vet, and just because he's better at throwing down the field than Mitch. Us as Bears fans, we need to want more, guys. We need to want more. And that's the problem with us is that we are so embedded in mediocrity that we don't understand what greatness really is.
I was going to say we're settling for the status quo in this situation.
100%, especially a quarterback.
Especially a quarterback.
Especially because, guys, let's just be honest. We've never had one. We've never had a real quarterback. Mitch was an alternate Pro Bowler. I don't count it. Jim McMahon was literally average. If you go look at this shit, he was average.
So Jay Cutler wasn't a real quarterback?
Jay Cutler, how many Pro Bowls did he have? Oh, wait, none. He didn't have any. He had one with Denver, and he had a 4,000-yard season.
That's a measure of a good player, how many Pro Bowls he won?
No, because we already discussed how a Pro Bowl can be a popularity contest, but we're still.
You know what Jay Cutler's record was with us?
Wait. I got this, Alan. I got this.
Including playoffs.
Including playoffs, but I hold on. I got this.
I'm itching on this one.
Jay Cutler was not a bad Bears quarterback. There was a season where three offensive players, which was Brandon Marshall, Martellus Bennett, and Matt Forte, made the Pro Bowl, but Jay Cutler did not.
And he had Alshon Jeffrey on that team.
I forgot about Alshon. No, yeah. I forgot about Alshon. You're right.
And he had a pretty good line, too, if I remember correctly.
But those players, 2,000-yard receivers, 1,000-yard running back, 100 catches, but Jay himself did not make the Pro Bowl.
Well, don't you have to think about the quarterbacks that were ahead of Jay Cutler?
No, I have to think about the person throwing to the people that made the Pro Bowl.
But I'm saying if you think about the quarterbacks in the NFC North that were ahead of, well, not just the NFC North, but the whole NFC. If you think about that, I mean, you can't have
three players
in front of Jay Cutler.
You have three players on the offensive side of the ball that made the Pro Bowl, largely due to the fact that one man was throwing them the ball.
Right. But when you look at the quarterbacks in the NFC, you can't say, okay, well, Jay is better than – he was not better than Aaron Rodgers. At the time, he was not better than Matt Ryan.
I didn't see Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers with three Pro Bowls on the offensive side of the ball.
They went to the Pro Bowl.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
When Jay Cutler was playing.
Was that 2015, JB?
Matt Forte had 101 receptions.
Yeah, 102, but yeah.
102? Yes, it was that season.
So he had 3,659 yards, 21 touchdowns that season, and 11 interceptions. Does that sound like a Pro Bowl season?
No.
Not really.
No.
He was just chucking it to those boys, man. He just had some dogs on the offense that he was giving it to. But when it mattered most, Jay fell off, man.
I didn't like Jay Cutler that much.
Jay fell off when it mattered.
I'm not advocating for Jay as like the best quarterback the Bears have ever had. Statistically, he is, but that's just numbers. But
he didn't command that offense. He didn't hold guys accountable. That was a circus. If you remember that team. That locker room was a circus. Jay should have been the guy to bring them together. And
Jay didn't talk.
And he didn't talk, and he didn't do anything.
By the way,
that's the problem with Jay Cutler. He had all the talent in the world.
Jay Cutler is coming on the podcast.
No, he's not.
Hey, I would love to talk to Jay Cutler.
No, he's actually starting his own. But that's another talk. You know what Jay Cutler's record is, including playoffs?
What's that?
53 and 53. Exactly average.
I knew that, Alan. That's why I was like, that's why I didn't want you to say it, because he's got all the numbers, but he's still an average quarterback.
Everyone we've had outside of Sid fucking Luckman is average, guys. And none of us even know what the hell he did. We weren't even alive.
They didn't even throw the ball like that back then.
So. That's when they revolutionized that position.
Wait, was Sid Luckman throwing the ball to Mike Dicker?
Hey, no, was that was before Dicker?
He was before Dicker, right?
Yeah, because Dicker was like 60s.
Right. So what did they really revolutionize?
They
didn't.
They were the first team that was actually throwing the ball. If you look it up, like that whole Papa Bear actually brought that in the NFL,
Yeah.
revolutionized the NFL for the next 80, 100 fucking years.
And they
But-
also had the first black quarterback to actually start a game. His last name was Thrower.
First black player, I believe, too.
Thrower,
well.
T-A, yeah.
Yeah.
But
so you're going to tell me that the team that did all that doesn't even have a 4,000-yard passer? There's a problem, guys. There's a problem. And it is the front office of this team that cannot identify things correctly. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm telling you, and it's probably not going to change because they're probably going to put Ryan Pace up even fucking higher.
I don't want that. They just who do we just
I
see?
don't want it either. I don't want it either, but that's
Boston Celtics did that to Brad Stevens.
Yeah, they did because they liked him so much. I mean, and he was a good coach, you know.
Not bad, but he couldn't get him over the hump. The message got stale.
But it's just one of those things where, you know, certain people get so infatuated with certain people. You know, there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes some people just gravitate towards people, guys. Like,
agreed.
I feel like that's what these guys have really done with Matt Nagy is that they just feel this way about Matt Nagy now, and there's no coming off of Nagy unless he really bombs next year. Ryan Pace, on the other hand, I don't think that man's going anywhere. I think he's
but I hate to say that because
I hate it, but
and I hate to go back to Jay Cutler, right? But we know that Jay Cutler, he can throw the ball.
yeah,
He can throw the ball.
Yeah.
that was part of Jay Cutler's problem.
He can throw the ball. He was too Brett Favre-ish.
Remember what Bernard Berrien told us about
He
Jay
thought
Cutler?
Jay Cutler thought that he could throw anything in between anywhere at
He didn't
any
give a shit if there was three.
right.
He was throwing the ball. He was throwing the ball.
Yep.
Didn't
But
care.
Alan, when you mentioned that Pro Bowl that he was, that was Denver.
It
the
was
one
his
time
last year in Denver.
His
yeah.
last, which he threw for like 4,500
4,500
yards, right?
and 25 touchdowns and 18 picks.
Right. So my point being is this: he has proven that he could be a 4,000-yard thrower. With, if I'm not mistaken, with the Bears, his highest number was 37, 38.
His highest number was that year that we're talking about, 2015. It was 36.59.
So
that was 2015.
So how much of that was his inability, or how much of that was coaching too? Play calling.
Pressman was his coach.
Another guy that's the smartest guy in the room.
Another very horrible hire when you had Bruce Arians out there.
Woo!
Who they had him in the building.
I remember that.
They had him
before he went to Arizona.
Building. And he wanted to be the coach here. And they go, well, we got this interview with this Canadian coach that we need to get in real quick, guys. Let's take this one first. And they outthought themselves, as they do.
I remember when John Taylor came on social media and was like, don't do it. He's not a leader of men. That's exactly what John Taylor said.
You know what he used to do? So whenever he started training camp, the first thing he did, and I know this because I went to the first training camp, he literally was just holding a ball. And he's just doing this. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? So his first thing that he does is goes over what a football is and explains to the players what a football is, what it's made of, blah, blah, blah. And just starts from basic talk.
That's too remedial.
I'm not even joking. He starts there and just works his way up to whatever. And he even said that he did that. Like, with the press, he brought this up. Like,
I feel him.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're talking to a bunch of men who have played football for at least, I mean, some of them 10 years, 15 years. from their high school days, and you're really wasting time on this kind of shit. Like, that's why he wasn't the right guy. He was soft. He didn't know how to run a locker room, and Jay Cutler didn't either. And those two together, those should be the number one and the number two guy to hold that room down.
Agreed.
Neither of them did it.
Agreed.
So that's the story of that. That's the story of that, man.
Hey, man, we didn't even get into our sponsor.
Oh, are you talking about that
More.
that one beer that we might get one day? Or
that I've never tasted.
So I want to watch the one where someone else enjoys it, because I would love to see somebody else.
Oh, wait, so somebody besides Terrence has tasted it?
Yeah, apparently.
Listen, shout out to my man Terrence from Chicago's Clubhouse Podcast, from the Moore's Brewing Company here in Chicago, Illinois. All right, we got bros out here putting out this for the Moors. It's tasty. I didn't even have to come on here and lie about this. All right, this tastes like what I like when I drink a beer. I don't drink a beer often because I'm too big and I need to stay off of carbonated drinks. But this is the carbonated drink you need to open up and crack and take a sip. All right, if you want to come out of the dark ages, be educated. All right, get you some of this Moore's brew right here. It's definitely tasty. You can get it in Kimbark and High Park.
Whoa. I thought we were a team. Where's mines? And when are we getting in Tempe, Arizona?
I guess we're going to have to find out, man. But everybody out there, for here in Chicago, go to Kimbark and pick you up some Moors.
Lucky man. I guess I'm gonna live in the dark ages forever, because man, I'm dying of thirst waiting for that shit.
Alan, we're gonna have to come up with a barbecue so I can invite you up, and
I'm definitely thinking. You know what? I was just thinking about that today, but I want it to be a everyone but Terrence barbecue. Everybody on the pod, everybody that's with us, our family, except Terrence. He's not invited. And we're gonna buy all the Moors we can and take photos with it and drink it. Because that's all I do is come on here and watch you sip that shit.
How the hell y'all gonna have a Chicago Clubhouse Podcast barbecue without me? How is that gonna happen?
How the hell you gonna keep drinking Moors without us?
I'm gonna get y'all some Moors. That Kenneth,
even Nate knows what it tastes like.
Look, oh my God, Nate! I'm gonna have to link. Hey, we're gonna have to link up with Nate because I gotta give you some more.
Definitely.
And so, Terrence,
I actually want to have Kenneth on because I love Kenneth. Listen to his pods all the time. Great host. But I want to ask him about it because I'm never getting any. So I want to at least talk to somebody who knows what it takes.
You know what Terrence is? Terrence is Eddie Murphy in the ice cream skit. I got some more.
I just watched that the other day.
That's Terrence.
I love that too.
Oh, and Terrence, you also have a book for CO saying that we need to holler about that, man.
Hey man, I'm always available. All you gotta do come get the book from me wherever I am.
You are.
Always come get it from me wherever I am, man. And I will have some Moors for you too. Yep, I will have some Moors too. Kenneth is funny because did y'all catch that when he said I don't drink beer much because I'm too big and I gotta stay off carbs.
Off the carbs, yes.
But he still tried it and likes it. So
I'd like to try
make sure y'all get.
I'd like to try it and like it too, but you know,
I'm gonna make sure y'all get some, man. For real,
I really think we need to invite the creator on here because he's a fun man to talk to as well. I absolutely love my talk with him,
and I'm actually glad that you brought that up because he will be on the same day that we have that guy from the ex-Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Oh.
He will be on the podcast that same pod.
So Aaron right here, and we don't need to get into college that much, but Aaron, do you know how many players from Georgia are out this game?
Right. I saw that.
The center had to learn how to hike with his left hand. That's how bad it is right now for them.
I saw it.
If it's mano y mano, I would say I think Georgia could take it, but there's a lot of Georgia players out this week, Aaron. You might not want to make that bet. Just saying. There's a lot of players that aren't playing. Some high-profile players.
I was gonna say because most of their start, except for the quarterback,
linebacker.
Yes, their number one linebacker, their safety. I want to say, wasn't it their running back too?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'd have to look, but yes. So you agree with me, but you said that you were taking Georgia, but now you agree with me. Come on, buddy. You're better than that.
So
hello to both my sons, JB and Jeff. Who is that? Is that Mama?
Is that Mom's?
Oh, yeah, JB. I forgot to tell you, your mom adopted me Saturday.
Okay. Look,
I forgot to tell you.
Hey, look, didn't I tell you from another?
I forgot. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I asked Moms on air. I asked her to adopt me Saturday, and she said, yep, it's her.
Well, Mom, she
hang on.
got you another brother.
Yeah, yes, it's Mama. Yeah, so what's up, my brother?
Right. Hey, brother.
So when's the cookout? Because I need to get there.
Look, we just dropped it. It's got to be soon.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. We need to do it real quick, except Terrence.
Except me.
Everybody but Terrence.
I don't know how the hell you gonna have a.
Hey, if you bring some more, we'll think about it.
Yeah, a lot.
Like
10, 12 packs, 10 4-packs.
I'm okay with that.
All right, so let's get to our shout outs and I gotta get to some other stuff.
Okay.
Hey,
B. You want to go first? Oh, me? Okay. Well, I gotta say, man, fans tonight off the charts.
Yes.
We've had some new people tonight. We've had a steady night with our fans. Aaron was great. Nate, my God, Nate, you don't need to kick it with Terrence because you can hang out with me and JB. It's a lot more fun. I promise.
No, my Mount
promise you, Nate.
My Mount Karma brother is going to be me.
It'll be a lot more fun to hang out with me and JB. I promise you, man.
I got the Moors though.
As always, Diab. I'd have to go back and look.
Anthony Stewart, who was Facebook.
Yeah. Mr. Sperry. Yes.
Sperry. Rashad Kenny was another great one.
Cool Kennedy.
Yeah. Cool Kenny, man.
There
was so many tonight. So many people that were sticking with us. They were chopping it up with us. They were bringing the heat. My God, you guys. Like, I cannot say enough about you tonight. I was, you know what? Hang on. That's what I gotta say, man, because you guys held it down with us, definitely. As always, our loyal fans that have stuck with us, JB, Terrence, always you guys. Thank you for letting me chop it up with you every week. I absolutely love doing this with you guys. I want to keep doing it with you as long as possible. I look forward to this every week. So I would say that. And Moms for adopting me. I can't wait for the first barbecue, Moms. I will be there. I will cancel everything. I will be there. You got a hug coming from me. And if you drink, you tell me what you want and I will bring it for you, Moms. I promise you that.
Apple juice.
What kind? Tell me what kind.
Martinelli's or the Welcher sparkling stuff.
Okay, well, I guess I gotta go find that. But okay, well, that's it for me. What's all this? AB, I was taking some time off the Facebook page, but I'm back at it. Game 1 film breakdowns. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Please. And I don't know if you're on Facebook, Diab, but you need to get on my Bears Fans with a Brain page, man, because you got a good mind for this. We absolutely love people like you over there. We like to debate. We don't talk shit about each other. We don't insult. We just bring facts and we debate and go. And, man, I would love to have you there. So please look us up. But that's it from me. It's all you, Jay.
Okay, so without being redundant, I'm going to echo a lot of the sentiment that you just put out there, Alan, especially, again, the show does not move unless the fans move it for us. And I appreciate some of our new fans. I hope that we retain you all moving into the next weeks.
Yeah.
Nate, Mr. Sperry, everybody, if I did not know your name because we didn't see it, Diab, you know I've known you for years. Moms, just everybody that's been a part of this.
You got to get these guys on YouTube.
We got to get into YouTube because we want to see. We don't have a call-in feature yet, so this is our call-in feature. And we want to hear what you guys have to say because it's not just about the three people that you see on this screen. It's about a community, and it's about a movement because we don't do cookie cutter. ESPN give you that, we don't do that. We want hard-hitting facts. Be
I called
yourself.
out Eddie Jackson tonight to Major Wright. I mean,
Hey.
I told him to tell him I said that. So
Tell them you said that, and hopefully that'll spark a little
he's
something.
gonna beat the hell out of me, but okay.
Just keep your IP address blocked.
As long as he plays better, I don't give a shit if he kills me. Just play better.
Go
Play
back.
better.
He'll just whoop both of our asses.
Shout out to Major Wright. You know what I'm saying? Excellent guest. Love that guy. A lot of energy. The man has it here. Tune in, buy that book, Major Pain. If you don't buy it, at least look into it. And then shout out to my brothers right here, man, because guess what? I enjoy doing this with y'all because guess what? If it wasn't for y'all, it wouldn't be fun either. So
No, absolutely. I mean,
and I guess we'll invite Terrence to the barbecue. I'm feeling a little sentimental tonight.
I guess.
That's all. Huff and puff, bro. That's all.
Oh man. Well, I'm not gonna. I want to say everything y'all said already. I'll just say I appreciate everybody that tuned in, everybody that did not say anything in the chat, but they watching, they lurking. Shout out to my cousin Big L that put me on he put me on that new drink that I was drinking early. Uncle Near.
The one that got you slurring?
Uncle Near.
The one that got those eyes a little red? Yeah.
Stop it.
I could tell that was a different hit for you, wasn't it?
Stop it.
That was a different hit for you tonight.
Whiskey.
Hey, look, Alan, it made him change rooms and everything.
He had to get out of that energy. He's like, no,
stop.
I got to go get some new energy. I got to get out of this room.
Stop it. Stop it. I also want to shout out Lek Pod Network. Lek Pod Network with Desan for broadcasting our podcast and expanding our viewership.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of expanding our viewership, we are now part of Sport Zone Network. Sport Zone. So please, please, please go check them out on Facebook. Subscribe to them on YouTube. They have a variety of different shows that'll give you different perspectives. One of which, Sean and Maya in the morning. Sean Sierra is the host of that. He's a great guy, great football mind, great baseball mind, great everything.
Back here because I missed him because I was sick and I was mad. When I saw you guys talking to him and I was sick in bed, I was like, of course they have him on now. He's a great mind. I absolutely can't wait. Sean, if you're listening, please come back on here because I got to talk. Me and JB need to talk to somebody that knows some shit. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I don't know.
Him and Kenneth, man. Both of them together.
That would be a
super panel, man.
And Sean, that'd be a hell of a show.
I would love that.
That'd be one hell of a show. Let's put that. Let's make that happen.
I think that needs to happen.
I can make that happen. I can definitely make that happen. Who else? Oh, I did want to say this about the White Sox tickets. The next podcast, I will tell people how to win those White Sox.
Did you say that last week?
And I don't know what I said last
You
week.
said that Saturday.
Whatever the
You were
hell.
going to tell him today.
Today I said
It's the second time.
Today, goddamn it.
It's the second time.
If I said it Saturday, so fucking what I'm saying.
Say it every day.
I will tell people how to win White Sox tickets. I have 3 pairs to give away. Now, last time we could not get it. We couldn't put that shit on somebody's windshield. Nobody would take it. But now the White Sox are probably hands down the playoff team. So
Absolutely. They're too far ahead not to be.
They're a good team. They're fun.
Hey, Nate. Hey.
That's a whole nother debate that we won't really have. But if you look at these winning teams right now in the AL, guys, since the All-Star break, White Sox got the worst record.
They do, but the
They need to
Yankees
get there
peak
right.
too quick, and they're falling off. They're on a 3-game
Yankees
losing
are
streak after the 14. So
rolling though. They've had like 30 some. I think they had like 30 wins since the All-Star break.
but they're falling
Them
off.
in Tampa Bay,
They're
are,
falling off.
killing it.
They're falling.
Okay, I guess we'll see.
Speaking, and also speaking on baseball, Plunked. I gotta shout out Plunked every Sunday, but I think he's been taking a break because of some personal stuff.
Emilio and Kirsten.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they've taken a break, but usually every Sunday at 8:05, Plunked. They talk about the Cubs. They talk about the White Sox.
They know their baseball.
It's a really fun show. Make sure you go out check it out. And I think that's about it. Next week, Rashid Davis are going to chop it up with former wide receiver for the Bears, Rashid Davis. So that should be a good time. Rashid is full of energy. He's always fun to talk to. So I can't wait. I look forward to that. But yeah.
Can I add one, T?
What's that?
Forget about Tilly's?
Oh, Tilly's. I always forget Tilly's.
You always forget Tilly's.
While we got your back.
He tells you every week.
I always forget about Tilly's.
Cannot forget about Tilly's.
No.
1655 Ring Road, Calumet City. The best fish and grits you'll ever have. I swear to God, their fish and grits is like the best thing outside of New Orleans. Shout out to New Orleans too, because they're going through it. They are going through it.
I got a buddy that lives there.
Really?
Yeah, he sent me some photos.
You check check on him?
Yeah. Yeah, he's okay. He's like 15 minutes outside of New Orleans, and he said that there's a lot of places where like the cell phone service is down. But they're okay. They got hit hard.
Yeah, they're going through it, man. They're going through it. So shout out to them. But Tilly's has the best fish and grits outside of New Orleans. At least, well, I would say maybe in Chicago, because I ain't been everywhere outside of Chicago.
we can stick with that though.
Well, yeah, for now, yep. The best fish and grits outside of New Orleans. So make sure you check them out. It's a really, really fun place.
And what's that guy's name that runs that? Our friend?
Gavin
Jackson.
Gavin runs Tilly's. Great guy. We'll probably have him on the pod too, eventually, because he's a Bears fan.
He's been on. Okay. We'll have him on again.
We never had Gavin on.
I thought Gavin was on, yeah. Like early on, right?
Not with me, I know that.
No, I don't think you was on just yet, AB. Check that, T. I think Gavin was on.
Okay. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
I got one more shout out.
What's that?
So I got to shout out Sherry because her Lions cut both of their kickers off their 53-man roster. They don't even have a kicker right now.
Oh, Miss Green.
I was hoping she was on tonight so I could shit talk her.
I was gonna I was gonna get Sherry and SP. Shout out to them, man. And I think Sherry's gonna start in November with her show.
Good.
So that should be fun. But any family that I have watching, appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. And I am done with shout outs and I'm done talking and I'm ready to get up out of here.
Yep.
So for my man, JB, the man that knows every single stat from every single team since the 80s and 90s, football and basketball. And my man, X Factor, AB.
You say so.
I'm the quarterback, point guard, the coolest dude in the room when I'm the only dude in the room. We out.